In the light of endless nights, we're bound to fight again. The clock resets our lights, a tale that never ends. Through the storms and fire's glare, we rise to face the fate. With courage in the air, forgetting yesterday. You've got time, all the time, to break the chains of fate. You've got time, all the time, to set the record straight. In every dawn we see a chance to try once more. With hearts unbound and free, we open every door. In the quest that never cease, we know what we must do. We're spirit seeking peace, the reckless will be true. You've got time, all the time, to right the wrongs we've made. You've got time, all the time, to let the past just fade. You've got time, all the time, to break the chains of fate. You've got time, all the time, to set the record straight.
This party might die tonight. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with our crew, the beloved crew of the Wreckless. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say, "Arr."
Arr, hoy, mateys. Shiver me timbers.
Oh my.
Beautiful.
You're captain.
I'm getting into it,
Beautiful.
you know?
That's it. Yeah, you're a captain. I think. Yeah, the first person says we did have an agreement. The first person that says "Shiver Me Timbers" is now the captain.
Yep.
So
Nailed it.
that was last week when you were gone, Dan. So we did it. So yeah.
Yep.
We decided. Cool. Well, hello everybody. So for those who have no idea what this is, hi, we are a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Having 5 parties, living, existing, breathing, collecting friends back from the brink of just a bad life. Just a bad timeline. In the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Astera. So if this is your first time watching, what up? We are, for the foreseeable future, at least for the month of November, probably not going to be doing any real, heavy sort of announcement stuff. As I mentioned before, in kind of collecting up to the other 4 campaigns that we're doing, just making sure that the brass light is kind of fully up and ready to go before being able to launch any other new exciting things. But so the only thing I will say is that if this is something that you would like to support as far as this channel goes, you can do so by liking and subscribing. Where are you watching? So if that's on YouTube or Twitch, hit you've seen it. You've seen the buttons. It's over there. It's somewhere over there. Do it. Helps us out a ton. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Also, check out our Instagram and TikTok down below at It's a Long Story _TTRPG. Excuse me. Where you get to see some of the hard work of our beloved Kay, who runs those things. So some clips, some campaign sort of things that we've had over the course of the past over 3.5 years in total. So please check it out. And as always, Kay, thank you. So that is it. Sarah, I believe you have the recap for tonight. So before we jump into tonight, would you need to get a recap of where we left off with the party? And we're going to hear that now. Sarah, please take it away.
Since I'm really bad at taking notes, so again, I'm sorry of how bad this may sound. So we get back to our shopping date with Yoon, Kaelinor, and Ogra after they're figuring out, hey, maybe we should drop off Kaelinor's armor to get refitted or take the cult symbol off of it at least so everyone starts not hating on Kaelinor anymore in the town. We pop from place to place. We run into the Bellmaker's son, and we kind of give him shit for having a crush on I put in my notes Bell Girl, but she has a name. I just always keep forgetting what
Isabel.
it is.
She's even got a bell in it.
Isabel, who's just overworked and wants to take a nap in a quiet place by herself. We kind of ignore that and send another person in there to try to flirt with her, which is probably not the greatest idea. We then go upstairs to talk to the Bellmaker, Carvis, but find a monkey instead, who Yoon tries to befriend, but the monkey wants nothing to do with him. Then we are told about all the little things happening with our ships, including Ogo's little tree. We go down to the shipyard, trying to ask Carvis for advice, and to give, finally, the armor to him. We have a cute little moment there as they're tearing the ship literally almost in half to start all our updates. Meanwhile, Carvis, Riaris, and Nala are figuring out what to do to get everyone back there to pick the Zed that Carr found in his vision. And they all decide to go to Nala's, I forgot what that was called.
I didn't actually have a name for it.
It's a little thing under the Booty Bay cartographer building.
Sanctum.
The Booty Bay Sanctum.
Sanctum
I
Sanctorum.
like it. I don't like that.
And for expedience sakes, we all met up together to discuss what to do. We decided to make some flashcard or a pamphlet to try to tell Zed, this new Zed, why we're there and what's going on, and if we could politely ask him to come with us. That was the plan originally. We go down to the Sanctum Booty Bay, and it is cold and snow. Well, some people like it, others like Ogra hates it. It's too cold. Riaris does not want to stabs himself in the chest with a stone, so he asks Kaelinor to do it. They're not really into it. Carr is all for it, a little too eager to stab him in the chest. But Riaris finally does it after Yoon gives a little pep talk. And we are all transported into another timeline again. It is all dark and muddy. Ogra falls into a pit with a zombie in it, and we all start getting attacked by zombies. Then all of a sudden, in a really cool slow-mo entrance, Aquaman style, the new Zed comes up from the water to attack a zombie, sees Kaelinor, who he thinks betrayed his party and his timeline, and immediately wants to kill them. More chaos ensues as we're trying to get this Zed to come with us while trying to stay alive with all the zombies slowly coming onto the beach. Ogra not wanting to take him by force, but we have no choice. We all come in and forcibly touch and hold hands, going into the new timeline with this new Zed.
With somewhat consent. Consent for touch, of course. Very important.
Yeah, but calm emotions, you're kind of manipulating him, so...
I'm saying forceful touching. There's a big red flag in my DM brain. That is not exactly true.
That's out of context.
Just so most attacks are forceful touching.
Yeah, I guess it's all terminology. That's true. Beautiful. Very nice, Sarah. Thank you so much. Anything else we need to add, my friends? First off, very important. Monkey's name is Michael, if I recall.
Yeah, yeah, sorry, I just saw that in my notes.
Super, probably the most important.
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Oh, and Yoon was drooling all over a bullet maker we saw in Carvis's workshop.
Yeah, it was cool.
Which is a machine and not a person that makes bullets.
Yes, yeah.
And there was no attacking or forceful touching
Context,
to the bullet
yeah.
making machine. And I was truly just vamping until we got Drew back. Drew, you good, man?
You got your brain out there?
Yeah. We're all good.
Beautiful.
Got all the smarts out of the way.
The internets. Well, great. You guys ready to play some D&D?
Hey!
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
I'm ready to be a pain.
Beautiful. Jack, just because I don't know if I've heard your voice. Can you just give me just a test real quick?
Test.
Sweet. That works.
I talked earlier. You dismissed it.
I missed you. Cool. All right, gang. Well, let's do the D&D. So, we pull into a dark kind of whistling sound of wind pushing between a place that seems very out of place, out of time, out of the norm for our tropical crew of the Wreckless. we touch down to a display of large mountains across a relatively temperate climate. There's a light snowfall in the air. And as we zoom down, we see a single lazy stream pushing water between these two cliff sides. From there, we see this large, white, sort of starts off as a small explosion of light, and a portion of it stays. A circular disc appears in the thin air. Flips horizontally on its side and spreads out, gets bigger and bigger, and as it starts to spread out, it seems to thin out, becoming more and more translucent. Till all of a sudden, figures start appearing, huddled around each other. And we see the lights start to dim and close in on itself and disappear. As you all appear in varying arrays of clutching one another, what happens?
I'm getting away from everybody as fast as possible.
Can Ogre do a grapple on Zed?
If you want.
Yes.
Quick
As-
point of clarification: is the calm emotion still in effect?
I'll say no.
Okay, just to know where to go with this.
So Zed, as you try to pull away, you feel Ogre immediately try to kind of reach out to you. Ogre, give me the athletics check. Zed, give me athletics or acrobatics.
Nope, that's not gonna do shit.
Go ahead and say the number anyway. Never know.
At 4.
21.
4 with your athletics?
I rolled a 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
This isn't Blair.
With that, Zed, you easily kind of pull out of the way and step a single foot into a cold, icy water as you're facing the stream. Or, sorry, the backside of you is facing the stream.
Zed, wait. We need you.
Don't run.
I know this is all very strange, but it's do you know about different timelines?
Let's see. He's just not gonna say anything. He's probably gonna take a second to look at him. And if he feels water, he's gonna try to jump in it.
How
Okay.
big is that stream?
Not very big at all. You
Okay.
jump in, it's like you're stepping into a puddle.
2 inches. Throw it away.
That's got to be very cold. This whole area is
Just-
too cold.
Like truly maybe up to your ship.
Okay. Ah, okay. Do I still have ebb and flow going on?
I don't know. How long does it last?
It should have been. What was it like? Hmm. Come on. Where is it? Uh, 1 minute.
No, I would say same with the calm emotions.
Ah, all right. All right. Do I see Kalinor, or is she hidden amongst the group?
You all had to be together through this.
Yeah, I mean, she might be behind us slightly, but obviously there's only,
Yeah,
4 of
I'm
us
near
that
the
like-
You're
group,
together.
but I'm clocking the exits because there's one way to get in. I'm assuming there's one way to get out, so I'm just
You
looking
don't
at
see an
Nala.
exit.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Nala,
yeah.
being like, how? I'm just looking at Nala. I don't say anything. I'm just staring at Nala like, what the fuck?
Can cars see Zed staring at Kay like that?
Sure.
Invisible on Kalinor.
Okay. I like it.
Boy. That's
Is that to be a willing creature?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Maybe.
Kay's
invisible
pretty
might be the
calm.
exception.
Like,
That'd be a weird thing with that.
It's touch, and we're all together. The creature I touch becomes invisible until the spell ends.
It doesn't say a willing creature you touch.
No, it says a
I
creature
knew
you
that was
touch.
weird. Yeah, invisible is so weird. You can
Oh,
turn
weird.
unwilling people invisible. Yeah, it's awesome.
D&D,
All right.
what are you doing? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
if
So
it's
I
calm,
will-
touching my shoulder, I'm like, yeah, it's calm.
This Zed ain't stupid. I'm going to spend another ebb and flow, and I'm gonna create a downfall of rain, and I'm gonna look for that outline in the rain.
Are we going to go into initiative?
I don't know. Is that the feel?
This is so fucking cold, Zed. What do you?
Zed, can you
Let's
Breathe.
just talk. Nobody's attacking you. There's no danger here.
Only dead fish follow the stream. And I want to do a perception check to see if I can find Kalinor's outline in the rain.
Zed, we're not fish. We're like your friends. Did you have us in your timeline?
There was a rocktopus. You remember the rocktopus? Or like, did you bring your fish with you when you? Because this, you didn't bring your fish. So maybe that was a difference.
You would strand your tourists somewhere? You never told us where.
It's
I
a
think-
25.
You may have killed them.
I'm assuming there is just a rain cloud in case, like, what the fuck? Like, I just got new clothes. The fuck?
All right.
Zed. I'm gonna kill him. I swear to God. I swear to-
I'm gonna go for it. I am going to throw my Hemoclaw dagger at that outline.
I am standing between. I mean, I would like to say I can see where
we
he's
are
looking.
all
I
same. So,
yeah.
Same.
I think it's just
Yeah.
like
Shield.
full cover.
You got it.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So in this case, there's no surprise here. So everybody go roll initiative.
Okay. Awesome. There you go, Kalinor. Kill him. Non-lethal.
Kill.
We'll get another one.
There's always that katana wielding one. He seemed cool.
We could find one that's just more like sad, like, sad boy Zed. Love this music though. Great choice, Riaris, on the music in your home. Chill out.
Yes,
zone.
I can't hear it, but I know that it's perfect for you.
Yeah.
It's customly
calming.
selected for
It's
you.
excellent.
you
It
know.
really fits the
Good, I'm glad.
locale.
Ogre finds it a little bit creepy.
Ogre, we're walking through your jungles with carnivorous plants. Give me a little bit of snow for a change, all right?
Well, you talk shit about Ogre's home, so it's Ogre's turn to talk about yours.
Also, just a reminder, I think for pretty much everybody here, Yeah, I think for everybody here, unless you think there's a reason why none of you have seen snow before.
I think.
so-
I mean, like, I think you would know. It's not like he doesn't know about snow. He's just never been
Right.
in it, and
Right.
he is not
Yeah.
dressed for it.
I would assume Carr's heard of it, but he's certainly never experienced it.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's get those initiatives. Yoon,
7.
Riaris,
11.
Zed,
11.
Ogre.
9.
Wow, Car.
4.
Wow, we are rolling high. Let's go.
Well, except for
And K.
22.
There it is.
Beautiful. Okay. Nala kind of chooses to kind of like back off and accept that there's a process here. So I don't think Nala's getting involved. So, Kay, you are invisible. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okie dokie. A 12.
Okay. I will say 12 is just below the spot that you need to be at to understand how invisibility works. So you know that you're invisible. You're like able to notice your own hands missing. But you're not entirely sure how that whole process works. So you see Zed immediately kind of like going for his dagger in this moment. What would you like to do?
I am assuming that Ka is kind of next to me, considering how to touch me for invisibility. I kind of just say, if I knock him unconscious, is that easier for us? I don't want to kill him, but I'm thinking about it. Meh. And I will walk towards Zed.
Okay.
Now, do I want to hit him with my scimitar? A little bit, because he hit me before, and that hurt, and I didn't like it. But apparently we need him. Decisions. I want to take kind of my shield or the butt of my scimitar and just like clock him on the back of the head. I just want him to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Rules is written. You're using the same weapon. You're just doing it with
non-lethal intention.
non-lethal.
it's so hard to do non-lethal with a weapon that has 2 blades.
Right.
It's just blades. Every
Just
time.
middle, yeah.
Just
Just
like-
punch.
Yeah.
Just punch. Yeah.
You have
okay.
advantage on this attack.
Hell yeah. I don't think that's going to do it. A 14 to hit?
Take a beginner's luck.
I will. 17 to hit.
Yep.
Ooh.
Great. Okay, that is 8 damage for my first attack.
Okay. Invisibility drops.
Drops, yep. Second attack. Another 14 to hit, which I don't think will do it.
It is right on the mark.
We got to get you some armor.
No, we don't.
Not
We
now.
don't need to do that.
We'll put it on him after he's asleep.
When
Yeah.
he's sleeping, you just put it on him. Yeah.
Cool, and that's another 8 damage.
And he is unconscious.
That's all you had? Wow.
Yep.
That's perfect. Okay,
Beautiful.
well,
Oh.
that solves that.
She would have got jacked up if I got an attack.
All right. So we see just 2 quick the back of the head, and you see Zed kind of just fall right into the stream. Just
Was that-
everywhere.
When she attacks, she comes out of invisibility, though. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So, all right. That's...
Kalina, what the fuck?
I don't know if I
Sorry.
disagree with it. He was being... I mean, he's.
I-
I understand
I-
the situation, but he was kind of belligerent. He was clearly going to attack.
He stabbed
yeah.
me before,
Well, that's
and
understandable.
also was gonna attack us. I mean,
Well, yeah.
with this
I-
weird
None
weapon.
of that is wrong. This is just not going to make it easier when he will wake up. But Yeah.
Well,
no, that's
yeah.
probably
Sometimes.
the
Well,
correct.
let's get him in. We have to tie him up somewhere before he wakes up. So that.
And now we're gonna tie him up. Yeah, he's really
What are you
gonna
gonna do?
okay.
What do you think he's gonna do when he
Alright.
wakes up after being knocked out by Kaelinor again? Like what?
Well, that was
what do you
exactly what
suggest
I
we do
was
to-
literally
to-
saying.
Well, yes, but I don't know if
No,
he
you-
saw it coming.
I didn't see it coming. I mean, she was invisible. Anyway,
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
Great.
he could wake up at any moment. So, does someone want to stabilize him? Make sure he's not dead.
Ogre will do that.
Just
And
don't
Kay's
wake
gonna-
him up yet, Ogre. Okay, just like
Oh, Ogre has an idea. Ogre still has her shackles that she had. She can bend the chains and we can handcuff him so he doesn't
No.
hurt Kaelinor
Good
again.
lord.
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna go check.
I do
on
not
Zed
want him
to
waking
make
up
sure
in
he's not
handcuffs.
Then
Okay, do we
Ogre's
have
gonna
some rope
give-
then?
Check.
No, Ogre's gonna give Kaelinor
Yeah.
her shield.
I'll do
You
that
take
as a
this.
check.
Okay. Is that anybody? He's like. could
And
be
I'm also
making-
like to drag Zed out of the water as well as with the medicine check, even though he likes water.
I don't know how that works, but if he's making death saving throws right now, then
He's
somebody should
drown in water and he
make
Okay,
sure
okay,
that that's
okay.
not happening.
Healing word
he's
at
got
3rd
gills.
level.
I'm gonna
Well, that's
tie
gonna
him
bring
up.
him back.
What a,
don't no
Guys.
don't you don't want to no good oh
It's
no
called stabilize. That's what the word was.
I'm just tying him up with rope. Kay's like, hang like arms bound,
Whoa,
crisscross
that's really
applesauce.
good. I rolled really good for this.
For
I'm
what?
take 2 steps back away.
13.
Well, the timing is. How long does it take you to tie a rope?
Sarah, what'd you roll for?
That's gonna be
just casting healing word.
13
Gotcha.
points of healing.
All right. I mean,
Mechanically,
there's not a
it's just
lot
like
of you guys talking to each other. So yeah, Zed, you pop right back up.
But
Okay.
Ogre, I said
And before he does,
The first-
grapple.
Well,
Grapple.
Kaelinor was talking about tying him up.
Does-
Right.
That's the order of things. Does that happen before the healing word?
I don't know
Yep. fair
who
enough.
spoke first.
yeah no that's
Do we want to roll?
Yes.
Based on
Yes is
initiative,
who spoke
everybody just
first.
started doing things. So
Well, Kaelinor
Let's-
did have, but it would have been Ogre's action next.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I just go to and then I see Zed get up and I'm immediately scooting back with my rope,
fair
going
enough.
back to Nala and Car. Oh,
Does Ogra have her staff in her hand at that moment when I
Oh,
get
yeah.
up? I'm going to lock eyes on that staff. And I'm going to ignore everybody. And I'm just gonna say, let me see that.
why do you want to see it?
You're,
Just let her.
you're not gonna break it, are you?
Let me see it.
He's really focused on her. Just I want to let her. It has to be from her.
Ogre wants it back though.
Takes it. Examines it. Looks it up and down. This broke in the cape. I broke this in the cape. That you got this, and you still have the. Hold on. Hands it back to her. He just sits down and starts thinking. If that means that Ogra and I need car. Car?
I'm right here.
That's scary as ever. How are you not a ghost?
Do you want the whole story or just the quick version?
I don't have time. Just give me the quick.
Yeah, we got nothing but time.
We
So the song
we
says-
have time. We have
Yeah.
time
Made
for
a little
this.
like
Oh, the
chart of
time.
how it works.
So, basically,
Thanks, pamphlet.
Zed in our timeline died. So I found a timeline where we died, except for Zed, figuring that maybe we could help each other out.
Wait,
Where you are.
time. So your Zed died,
Yeah.
and this is a different timeline.
Uh-huh.
Am I close to the water?
I don't know. Did you guys drag him away from it?
I don't think we had a lot of time to.
No, I guess
Yep.
yeah. I think we dragged him out of it a little bit, but yeah, he's still there.
I'm gonna put my hand in the water. Does it feel like? Is there anything different? Like, does it almost feel like there's like a different balance going on in the water than from my own timeline?
Interesting. Give me a nature check.
I know I definitely would have thought of the pH levels of my mind
Ah.
palace.
8.
Interestingly enough, it doesn't. It feels colder. I think you get a sense of there's a difference in the amount of. I think in your sea elf hands, there's a feeling of it being slightly. Thicker's a strange word for this, but harder.
You know, it is also significantly colder than your water.
Yeah, that's it though.
So you all lived, but your Zed died,
Right?
and all mine died because of Kaelinor kidnapping Ogra and killing everybody else.
No. I didn't know that, but
That's
that's not quite how it worked here.
There are many, many timelines, and they're not all identical where each person is the same and just a little thing changed. Sometimes they're drastically different. And I don't know what happened with the Kaelinor in your timeline, but this Kaelinor we have trusted with our lives over and over, and she has never let us down.
She really kicked some Merlin in the butt in front of us.
It's because
how
of
it-
her we got a galleon ship. We stole their like really big boat.
Oh, he's.
Yeah, we
The
fucked
last
up a
time-
lot of Merlin Loke.
I seen a ship that big. It was when I killed that stupid Batman.
Oh, he's still alive
Oh, what
here.
a prick!
Oh yeah, he is. He
What?
was. I put him in a bubble, and then we stole the ship. This is the bat.
You
I think
put
he's still
him
alive.
in a bubble.
Yeah, it's like an orb that you can't get out of. Well, the bat was in the bubble, but it's a longer story. And it's probably better if we organize it. You know, it's a good story, but it's
Anyway,
Riaris, give me an insight check.
Slowly takes-
Give me a therapist check.
Yoon slowly takes the rope from Kalinor's hands, just like that. Just put that down.
Just like,
yeah, with disadvantage, not bad. 14.
14. Zed was starting to explain something that immediately made things make more sense. And was met with an immediate, oh, that didn't happen here. You get the feeling of it might be easier for the healing process to continue if we know more about what happened there.
so
I think okay, go ahead.
So, besides that, why did you all have to... I mean, why another Zed?
You're important.
Well, I mean, I know in my timeline I am, but
Zed, you recognize us when you knew us. Did you trust us? You trust
at
me?
first I did until someone just gives the meanest stare at Kaelanoi. Decided to turn their backs on us, kidnap Ogra, and have the rest of her lackeys break in and try to kill everybody. Which they did, except for me. And for 2 days, I
But
was burying
then
your bodies.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You had to go through that, Zed. That's awful.
How did Okra die?
Well, the coward ran off with her and never showed her face again.
But
Stop
if
saying that about Kaelanor. That's not our Kaelanor. Kaelanor here, our Kaelanor would never do that. They are like very loyal to us.
She may be yours here. In my timeline, she disappeared with you.
Yeah,
Zed,
but you're
what
here
what if
now.
I told you this? So I don't know how much you guys got into timelines in your timeline. We've done a little bit here. And what if I told you there was a timeline where I saw you leading Yamamori's armies? What if I told you there was a timeline where you were happy and you were married and you had a child?
Uh,
What Kaelanor was in your timeline does not mean what Kaelanor is in any other timeline. And I felt it. I have felt her blade at my throat too many times I like to count. And she has saved me more times than that.
to
I
be
know
clear,
it'll be
not in
hard to
this
trust.
timeline, other timelines.
Yes, I know it'll be hard to trust, but if you can trust us in this, just as we are trusting you in this, that would make this a lot easier. And I know it's difficult.
There's something that just works with the six of us, and there are things that I need to tell all of you about why six is, and it's complicated, but we need you, and also if we could. What I would like to do is go kill Yanmamori. If you're into that, we could totally do that, and then maybe we can go. I don't know what unresolved business you had in your timeline, but if we could just travel timelines, if we get strong enough, we could go back to your timeline and fix whatever you have to fix.
So
I mean, it doesn't sound like there's a lot to fix, but
she's destroyed your timeline too, huh?
Not really, but
No,
we did it once. I'm
We
not
did
sure
just
we
kill-
just go hopping. Did you see how many there were?
that's who killed RZ.
She killed your Zed?
She grabbed him through a portal of water, and
And he didn't sense her at all?
Oh, he was looking for her.
I think
Yeah, we all
he wanted
kinda
to know
told him
what was
not
in
to
the
do
other
it.
side. of
God,
that
what
curtain.
was he, an alcoholic?
well,
Maybe.
yeah, he was precocious. You know, he was an element of chaos.
The only time I've ever lost my sense for that woman was drinking rum out of a sauerkraut can. Messes with the senses.
That is very specific.
Too specific.
I think there is
Oh.
a part of for everyone that there's a washing over sense of some relief of like, okay, that's definitely Zed. Still there.
So, how many cities has she taken over and destroyed?
I don't think she's. I think she's still building her. There's something about Zed that, or you know,
Here, yeah.
our Zed spirit that is still doing something with her that she hasn't. She's a threat. We know about the threat. We haven't, but she hasn't surfaced to do. Well, I mean, I don't have news of every place around here, but as far as I know,
You're
she
telling
hasn't
me
attacked anywhere.
she hasn't attacked anywhere?
Not that I know of.
You brought me from my timeline where she's been destroying countless villages and cities. She's taken probably like half the world over. And you've taken me from that to over here.
Z-
Well,
Zombies
if there's
everywhere?
infinite timelines.
Yes.
then, you know, like, or if there's many, then yes. What I don't want to just fix or save our timeline. Eventually, I want to spread. We could go and we could talk to other versions of ourselves. We could prepare them. We could tell them about Yamamori. We could go to every timeline and wipe the idea of Yamamori from existence. But to do that, we need the 6 of us.
Ugh. Well, I had a lot more help than 6, even though I was the one out killing all the Merlin Loke.
So you killed Byron?
Yeah,
The
I think
Bat
that was his
guy.
name.
Yeah.
Batman. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. All you gotta do is take out his bat, and he's just a strong guy that can breathe
Well,
underwater.
We are as far up in
That's
He wasn't that strong. Don't give him any credit. He was.
Yeah, but Yoon took out the bat with his little BB gun marble thing.
You blew bubbles at him and got the bat stuck.
If I can, and maybe I'm just tired, I want to go forward with this, Ed, but we think we can change the flow so that what happens in your timeline doesn't happen elsewhere. And if you want to help us do that, we'd like to have your help.
So you're telling
me you can matter and do something that can change everything.
So you want to stem the tides?
That's the way to put it.
I don't know what that means necessarily. I want to stop your timeline from happening.
Well then, there's 2 people I need to see. And one of them, I think you guys might have known. He's by the name of Carvis.
We're right. We're
Never heard of him. Who else you got?
The other one is a female by the name of Ashen.
Now that I have not heard of. Is she a sea elf or is
You could say in a way she was a contractor.
I have not heard of that race.
What is a contractor?
I'd get contracts from her, fulfill them, and I get something in return.
Did she know Carvis?
If she did, it would be brief.
May I suggest something? May I suggest we get the fuck out of this cold-ass place so that my feet don't fall off? Can we just step back into Booty Bay, or, do we have to be here?
Oh.
You're cold? What do you mean?
Bay.
How are you cold?
Ogre concurs. Ogre hates this.
I'm not even cold.
The snow insulates. You just bury yourself in the snow and you stay warm. That's pretty...
Also...
Have you ever... You guys
wait
have never
right
seen
there.
Snow, have you?
No, this is my first time.
Just wait. How far is Nala?
Pretty close. So 15 feet away. Just kind of sort of roosting a little bit above, just a touch above everybody else, kind of standing on just a taller rock.
And she go, "Hey, you."
Yes.
What's the deal? You weren't in my timeline.
She wasn't there at all?
Sad.
We met her after we died.
When?
I don't know when we...
Sad. When did all your party pass? Can you describe that night?
Yeah, we went to the bar. It was like something rook or something, and you and Ariaris were throwing it down with Fang in the kitchen. And then
Fang didn't really help. But...
Weird. Anyways, you liked them. Anyways,
Okay, can I ask you a question? Did anybody
No, just-
order fried cheese fried? Is that a thing in where you came from?
no, they ordered cheese fried cheese.
Zed, roll me a history check.
Only a history check.
There's
I
a
could.
there's a big point we're missing here.
I could do with some fried cheese.
11.
Fried cheese fried.
11.
You can have beginner's
Ye-
luck.
I'm gonna pause that on that because I think it makes sense that this is not
Yeah,
quite
absolutely.
there on
Plus,
it.
like, how am I going to do that? Yeah.
Yeah. You don't remember. It's
Ah.
been a while.
How the hell
But
am I supposed to remember an order?
That was
Sorry.
a really good night for us. What happened? What's different?
Different is that little bastard that ran the place called her goons and her. She took Ogra right at the front, and I started seeing you all failing, dying. So I ran to get Carvis. And this was, what, second night we were there? We didn't really meet that many people.
What was the...
You said since then you've killed Byron. So that means you see like kind of like a look of recognition over Nala in understanding as Zed sort of kind of describes the night as something that she's understood from all of you, from explanations there. But as she's kind of like looking at Zed, how long has it been since that night?
God, it's been a long time.
Like years?
Probably about 3 years.
Shit.
I don't know. Time goes by when you're killing Merlin Loke.
Time is weird, for sure.
So with that, I think, Nala kind of like looks around at everybody and kind of is trying to, I'll say probably like looks at Carr actually as being the sort of first person. And this is not her strong suit whatsoever. So I'm going to give her disadvantage because that first one was really good. Okay, that's not bad. Carr, you see in her like kind of like black beady eyes a sense of like there's some, this is useful. There's some significance there, both good and bad. I think Carr, as you're like starting to kind of recognize situation, that means that Zed has been sitting with these viewpoints of how things have gone about for 3 years. There's information here. But also it makes sense for someone to be so feral towards someone that destroyed their lives.
Hear what you're saying. I'm just thinking cars. Just
Having trouble hearing you there.
oh, really? Weird.
Yeah.
Is that
You're
better?
good now. You're good now.
Okay.
When you sat back,
Yep.
yeah.
Sorry. I'll say I understand what you're saying, Joe, but Carr is he's just thinking. He's not sure what to say about that.
Have you been alone? Like Eshin, she helped you. Is there anyone else? Like
Ah,
what happened?
Zed takes the dagger, and you just see him just right onto his rib cage,
Ooh.
and he just puts his hand on his wrist and just starts staring at the ground. So he's like this, and he's just thinking back. He's like, well, after you all passed, I was offered help, and I denied it at first. So I buried you all by the nicest tree for about 2 days. I was preparing everything, gathering rocks, buried you guys. It was a nice tree. It was like by itself. It was over by that old lady Hilly's house. She said she was gonna watch over you guys. And then that guy Carvis had me up for a couple days. And then from there, I went back home. I don't know why I cared about you all so much. It had only been like, what, a week I ventured with you? But since then, every couple of months, I would have Esha. She showed up one day, started giving me contracts. I'd fulfill them. 3 months, show up, take the payment, I'd get paid. And it was like that for the next 3 years.
How long after we died did you meet Eshin?
It's probably about 6 months, maybe.
Okay, so you wouldn't have met her here yet, even if you were alive. We need to find.
No.
If you want to meet her, we need to find out how that happened. Did she say how she found you?
I didn't really even care that much. After the 6 months, I didn't have anybody around, and then she just popped up on my doorstep. Scared me.
She had to have known you were there. Someone had to have told her.
Now she knew exactly where I was. And I've
Did
only...
she say anything about where she was from? Like, was Yamamori doing things at this point? Like, not to want to recreate this, but anything you can do to help us find her?
There was maybe Carvis. That was the only other person I really talked to.
Well, that might be easy enough. I know you said there was lots of killing, and I'm not really looking forward to discussing that. Although I can always ask them, it seems. But who are the? Do you know who the contracts were against, and why?
Yeah. It was for this group called Azure.
Nope.
No.
Not
Sorry,
who the contract was from.
It was for,
who the
but it was
contract
from.
for.
Yeah.
Carr asked what the contracts were for.
Oh.
Who you were sent to kill, or do you know why? So I mean, the name of the group may have come up. I don't know. But...
So we'll retcon
Yeah, that's
that
right.
moment.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, they were for a bunch of these stupid roles the Merlin looks would wear. They're as good as
The
toilet
scrolls?
paper.
You were collecting Merlin robes.
No, it was their scrolls.
You were collecting their scrolls.
Yeah. Bag them up every 3 months. Exchange them.
So something special about them, or was it just to prove that you had killed them?
No, it was the same as collecting heads. They would never leave them. They would fight for their lives for them. So the fact that I had them meant they were dead. At first, it was tough. Places were full. I could only pick off 1 or 2 and then run for my life. Time went by. I got a little better. And then they started sending me to like empty places. Just cleaners. There'd be like 2 people there just to clean up the site in case of, I don't know, the trace of them. I don't know, but I would take them out, get the scrolls, head home.
That means you have 3 years of future knowledge. You know, it might be the same exact. I mean, sure, it's very different, but at the same time. And also, did you mean to travel to the future? Like you went. When I thought we were going to go to an alternate timeline, I assumed that they were parallel. that you would.
I just was looking for some place where we died. I didn't want to.
I don't think. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we weren't taking Zed. No offense, because I'm sure your world was very important to you, but I just wanted to get someplace where we had lost.
I wouldn't say lost. There were still some things going on, but
Like what? What is that? What is? I mean, I know we're asking a lot of questions.
well, I mean,
But it
you
could
had a
help
small
us.
taste of it. You had walkers everywhere on just a tiny island.
That's
Did
everywhere.
you go to
Like,
other islands, or were you
Yeah.
just on the one we're on now?
Oh, that was a lot of places. That bitch messed up everywhere. As far as I know, everywhere I went, there was at least a walker.
Did
Friends,
she have?
family, everybody just destroyed, taken down. It was almost like she used their souls as like puppet strings or something. They come back, you try to kill them, come back again. You just had to make sure they were dead.
but
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah.
people were
ahead.
still fighting them though, so she hadn't taken over everybody. There were still people resisting.
Oh yeah, people. When you have something to live for, you'll fight your hardest.
Was she also fighting the Merlin Loke as well with you, or is there two separate fights going on?
Ugh. She wanted her army. Anybody in her path, she would take. I couldn't get much information about her. All I knew was she was doing a lot of damage.
She didn't know if she had like a home base type, like some island where she was, sending out troops or like just where she
Like
was
where?
in general.
Yeah. Like where did it start?
Ugh.
What fell first?
This said may not know, but the Sea Witch may possibly be Sylvia, but from another timeline or something.
Fairly sure that that's what the case is.
Also, didn't our Zed seem to already know the Sea Witch? Like they had some kind of history.
Connection.
It sounds like this.
She sank his boat.
That's right.
Did she sink your
Killed all
boat?
his crew members.
Yeah.
And
I
you
don't know.
had
It's
a
just ours
mentor
seemed to
who
be
taught you.
strangely interested in her. Always, I don't know. You seem less interested. I like it.
I mean, I would say less interested. I was always busy doing stuff. I was always busy killing. I tried to get information on her, but none of it would be coughed up.
But you can talk to versions of yourself from other timelines now, though, can't you, Kara? Can you ask them? It seemed.
I
don't want to push that. I understand.
I mean, so could I yeah. The ones I spoke to didn't really. Well, one was very upset with me, and I mean, there's the whole self-deprecation thing going on. But when one of you doesn't like you, that puts your whole world into a different kind of paradigm.
Yeah.
Not liking yourself is strange when it's not yourself.
Wow.
I understand that.
We've got a lot of weird trauma in this crew.
Well, you also have to consider that if I can do what I did and Riaris can do what he did, then there are an infinite more number of us who can also do what we did.
Well, we're not sure it's infinite. I mean, it's
any
just
part of
it's a
infinity is
lot.
infinity.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, the numbers between 1 and 2 is an infinite set, but
Yeah.
I guess if you split off, yeah.
So,
What?
What places
What is happening?
What places have you guys been to?
Here?
Mostly just
Justice Island.
So I died saving my RZ. I've been to a lot of different timelines, if that's your question, but I don't know if that was your question.
No, I mean, You died? What? Why don't you just have Zed do the same thing that you did if you died, and he's dead?
It's not always that easy. And unfortunately, Zed's death, this timeline, Zed's death is not so easily warded off, it seems.
His soul is with Tien Memori, so if we want
Right.
that back, we need to go.
Have any of you been? Okay, so I know how far this has spread.
We were going to
As
Faran next.
Faran.
Have you been there?
Yeah. There wasn't one.
What
Read your,
does
read
that
your
mean?
message.
It was overtaken completely.
No. Read your message.
Oh, Cassel and Faran was taken over.
The
Does that ring a bell, Yoon?
well, yeah, I mean, the Casil family is they're the
Bingo.
out of the families, they're the strongest family, and that port is the main port of Faran. It's on the north side. That family is
Not anymore.
That's
this one
they have a whole. They have I wouldn't say a fleet, but they're pirates. They have a lot of ships, and it's
ships underwater.
The Loa have been. Where did the rest of the?
Is that where it's? Yeah. Sorry.
When did that happen?
Let's see. So, the 3 years I've been fighting. The first time was what fun? I'd say about 2 years ago, maybe.
So at least it hasn't started to happen yet. Maybe they're just planning for it and we can stop it.
Possible.
Oh. You'll know when it starts happening.
Oh, we want to stop it before it starts. That's the whole point.
I just don't know how.
Oh.
Did you meet a scary panda man named Kobamu?
Kobamu? Yeah, I think I have. Big scary dude?
He's a giant, terrifying bear. I think you would remember.
This is a member of the race of Ursa Thrai.
Yes, Yoon's a scholar of theirs.
Well,
yeah, he
the
put
least
up
I can do.
He put up a big fight. Like a big fight. He was
against who?
Fierce. Against who?
What side was he on?
Oh, he was on his side mostly, but I mean,
Sounds like him.
He did fight a lot. Last I knew, he went in. He started. He went in Faran. Started fighting something about wanting to restore something. I believe something like that. I don't know much about his history. Maybe
that tracks.
I don't know.
I'll give a pointed look at Yoon. Mm-hmm.
Oh, should I give him the history of how the Loa came and they wiped out his race? Is that what you'd like me to just explain right now?
Well, and that you're building a little cabin to bring him there, just to make sure we're all aware that you are doing. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be on her boat.
Yeah, I'm glad we know we're delivering.
What's wrong with you all?
That's very little information. He fights well, and he's an immortal creature who
terrifying,
has lost
unkillable
all hope
creature.
in the world, and maybe we could give him a little spark of hope or something.
Totally reliable.
Yeah.
Well, a shark fights well, but are you gonna have him help you hunt fish?
Yes, if I could get a shark to help me hunt fish, I would 100% do that.
Can you?
That
speak
seems
to a
pretty
shark?
good.
Well, no, but this is a metaphor. The fact is, we are basically fighting a god. So we are not god tier fighters. We need to either get some help or we need to figure out some other way to undermine that power.
Hold on. Anyways, in the first place, how did you get Kobama away from the Marlin Loop? Because that's the side he was fighting.
He was on the ship we stole.
That big ass ship?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
No, I must have missed that.
Well, we died before we could do it.
No.
Yeah, our Zed was now an admiral.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
an
helpful. but-
admiral.
Admiral
mean,
Zed,
I
that's what he called himself. And Kaelinor called him that too.
Sounds like a real
Oh,
joke.
He was.
Well, yeah.
Go with it.
He was earnest. And he,
He
it
was.
was chaotic, but he that's he was himself and didn't apologize for it.
Hey, Rioris, can you do me a favor? Can you stand 3 feet to the right?
What is behind me that moving 3 feet to the right would open up?
It would
asking.
make the view so much better without Kaelinor in it.
Cool. I will.
In front.
There's a simple this, and Kay just looks up to Null and is like, I'm just gonna sit in a bush. I'm just gonna.
I will move back and stand next to Kaelinor and certainly not blocking the vision.
you
Nah, fuck this.
you
done.
hear Nala, like, as you look up at Nala kind of like leans her neck down, like scary bird like low to Kaelinor. And I think you just need to play along. Just give it time. Just take the cheap shots for a while, and then eventually he'll see.
I'm so close to casting detect thoughts on him. I honestly.
Don't do it.
We have your back.
Okay.
But 3
Play along.
years.
Fine.
We all know who you are.
Humanize.
So,
I'll turn back and listen to Zed. Just plot like one arm against the rock, leaning against it. Like, go on then.
you all are going to Faran.
It's the plan.
Have you been to Valshar?
Where?
Valshar is one of the islands.
Okay, is that one we know of on the map?
Mhm.
Okay,
I think so.
okay.
Yeah.
I'd say
have-
for you, like, the names of the islands you would know.
Yeah. I just I think the only map I have right now is the one of the Faran. So
May I assume cars flown over them?
Yeah.
I mean, I have stopped and learned and spoke with people, but I probably have an aerial view in my head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
no,
They
listen,
haven't
we've where else?
Betlod?
Bella
I mean,
Dife.
hope Beladife.
Beladife. Was that the one?
That's the dragon
Diamatalis?
skeleton. Yep.
Yeah.
Did
Yep.
wasn't Diamatalis supposed to come back at some point?
Yeah. Speaking of, did Diamatalis anything? That's a Merlin Loke name we have. Maybe working with Yamamori, maybe
It's
not.
like the dragon.
Did that happen to you at all, Zed?
They were going to need more people to do that after I killed them.
That's all right.
What?
I mean, Carvis is gonna like
I
you.
killed a lot of them.
A lot of the
lot.
Merlin Loke.
Yeah.
So you killed first and asked questions later?
No, I just killed and took scrolls.
But when they're
How
dead,
is
you
your
can't ask
imp-
questions.
That's a good answer. Drew, take a point of inspiration for that. That was good. I liked that.
No. I don't know. You can't summon something if you don't have people to summon it. Whenever the hell it is.
Yeah.
So Yamamori killed the Merlin Loke. They certainly were not working
Oh, no.
together. Is that
Oh no, they
interesting?
didn't like each other. But she wanted her own thing and they wanted something different.
How many fucking problems do we have to deal with on this? Also, if we went to a place where all of us were dead, and initially Ogre was just captured, it indicates that later Ogre and Kaelinor, I suppose, died somehow. But does that mean that Ogre is a sacrifice?
Well,
I mean, I
maybe
guess-
maybe
I mean,
not,
Well,
because Ogre maybe, but I did word it. This might be my fault. Sorry. I did say the Wreckless were dead, but if Kay was
Oh.
never actually part of the Wreckless,
I
Well,
wouldn't
but
have
do you
seen it.
remember, Card, that you asked of that, and we didn't find the right one, and
Oh, you know what?
Talia
I think
called
I've
out
gotten.
to find a different version where we all weren't dead.
that's true.
That's how we got where we got.
You
And she
know,
got us there for a reason. I mean, I don't know where she went. I'd like to find her, but she seemed very nice. I just don't think she liked me very much.
I think I might
Talia?
have an answer to all this. Or I mean, I would if you didn't snatch me from my own timeline.
To be fair, we were gonna ask you politely, but then all the zombies came.
We had a pamphlet.
Yeah, and you also wanted to kill Kay Lenore, so we had to kind of figure that out.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
kind of
so
rude about
sorry,
it.
not sorry.
We can bring you back. Total deception on that, because we can't.
But we might be able to. We seems like we can do a lot of things.
What was that? An educated wish? Uh, well, before I go anywhere, I need to see Carvis.
Well, I guess we could bring him here. You could just go. He's right on the shore, like outside of this building, a short walk away. He's building us a new ship. We built you, Zed, a special cabin that has like, well, I don't know if he's built it yet, but it's kind of, the plans were a bit of a surprise, but it's supposed to have an escape hatch where through your room you can get down into the water or get back into the ship from under the water back into your room to your
You sure
cabin.
that's the best thing to tell him? The first thing you tell him is he has an escape hatch? Like, are we sure that's...
Well, it's a cool thing
Oh,
that he
wait,
wanted,
wait.
and we
Path
built it in.
that-
I built it.
So
I designed it because I thought it was,
Let me get this straight. He put a hole in the bottom of a ship that's made to float on water. And from the past memory, if a boat has a hole in it and water comes in, it sinks.
Do you know who the fuck Carvis is?
Yeah, do you actually know Carvis?
He's making our ship.
Now I'm...
It's anything short of
You know what?
flying. He seems
I'm gonna
capable
pretend
of.
not to if it brings me to him faster.
My room has
Well,
glass,
me wrong.
Zed.
Let's go, then.
Glass. I have glass in my room, okay? So a hole in the floor is not a big problem.
Oh,
Okay.
you have
I go
glass?
ahead and I join
Let's-
Nala at her roost.
How thick is that? Is it this thick?
Variable
or-
thickness. It's...
You have variable thickness glass in your room.
Yeah.
Car.
Okay.
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
Zed also wanted cannons because he throw good.
Something like
Not 20.
Yeah, how's your
22.
arm?
Wait,
the old
he's
22.
throwing cannons?
And that was nat 20. So that helped.
Nala is intensely listening to Zed, and you feel like there's a you feel like there's a possibility that she's like occasionally forgetting to breathe. She's waiting for something.
Okay. I figure she's calculating things that I have not put together yet. So what I'm going to do, in an attempt to mechanically assist her, is I put my wing around her gently and just start breathing very slowly, doing my best to get her to breathe with me and see if I can put her into a meditative state.
Okay.
So she can just kind of concentrate more on Zed.
I'll say on that nat 20, absolutely. Yeah, you do. She kind of like just jumps. Yeah. And then like seems to slow her breathing down.
Yep. Not a word, just let her keep watching. And I'm just waiting. I'm just over the back and forth right now. Car's like, well, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that she's Nala is not wanting to ask questions, but there's something she definitely wants to know.
For funsies, as I'm helping her breathe,
Oh no.
just cast guidance on her.
Okay.
Just so she can maybe more quickly figure it out over time. give her maybe just a little intuitive leap that might get her there a little later, sooner than later.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yep.
Because she's trying to figure something out. She's waiting to hear something, but maybe something
She's
might
not-
snap together that things that people are saying. Because I'm not sure what she's looking for. So
I'll say with the nat 20, it's kind of similar to the idea of like, I don't know why this came to my mind, but the idea of she has been making a puzzle and the last piece seems to have been lost to wherever. And there's a possibility that it's in Zed's hand and she's waiting for her to for him to show it.
okay, well, I'm gonna just calmly wait for her for now and keep my eyes and ears open. And just for now, I will say this now to you, Joe, so I don't have to repeat it over and over and over again.
Mhm.
In the future, if I ever tell you that like I just talked to Null about my day, I'm going to include every single thing I can remember that Zed said.
Okay, cool.
Like if I ever do something separately and I'm like for the evening, I tell Null about my day. I'm just laying it out. And then he said the word and.
I like
And
it.
then afterwards he said, like literally as much as I can remember about
I
trying to help
like
her put it together.
I like that a lot. That would not bother. That's the perfect relationship right there.
Exactly. So I don't think I'd upset her at all.
Yeah. What were we talking about?
We were going to go see Carvis, I think. Is that what you wanted said? Or did you want... Is there anything else concerning the other islands that you needed to tell us? I don't know. There's you know so much. And that's such an advantage. But
So much, yes.
I don't know what to use.
You know, I feel like I could talk more if I seen Carvis.
Because that's... I mean, we
So-
stole you from your timeline. It's the least we can do to just, if you have a request. Oh, so go ahead.
No, I completely agree. All I would ask Zed is we buried our Zed yesterday, and Carvis knows what's going on, but other people may not. So it's a weird situation at times. So just keep that in mind if you could, because people saw your, I guess not your body, but
Oh, they saw your Zeds.
no, we don't have his body. It's been taken from us. So there was no body, but we.
Ogre
Zed.
made a cloud portrait of you in the sky and
That-
did rest in peace.
Zed, I think just not to tell you what your character would do, but that throws an eyebrow.
Probably does. It's like, what a wonderful crew this is.
Did he say that out loud?
I assume.
You know what?
say that out
Yeah,
loud,
he's
Zed?
cocky. He probably says it right out loud.
And I say, yeah, we're the ones who crossed timelines and found you. You can't do that. And he leaps off the perch and walks out like you ungrateful piece of shit.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, he's gonna say
Beautiful.
right back.
Welcome
Yeah,
aboard.
you pulled me from a timeline of saving millions of people.
You can say
What?
more here. Stop crying.
All you were doing was scroll catching. Not that important.
You had family in there?
None of your business if I did.
Can I do an insight check?
If she had family in there, no need.
Yeah, like in the Merlin look.
Of course.
Oh, of course I did. You know that shit.
Well, this Zed might not.
Oh, that's.
Yeah, we didn't
okay,
get
sure.
really close until we died altogether.
That's a good point. Yeah, go for it.
Could have met him later, I guess.
14.
14.
19. Deception.
Okay. You're not sure?
Mm.
You never really did find Kaelinor. The last thing you heard was that she was held up in Coralith from a promotion she'd been given.
Why do you get so excited? I saw that. That's not okay.
I'm proud of her. She's doing great.
Yay!
She's doing great.
Kill all her friends.
That's the lesson we're
Girl
taking out of
boss.
this.
She sold out
I was
her
going to say,
friends.
that's what you heard.
Aw.
Haven't seen her in 2 years. Sure, it went great.
Mm.
Just still
Ogre's just
alive.
gonna walk up to Zed and like cup his face in her hand and have him look her like right in the eye. And I also want to do an inside check.
Okay.
And
What are
I'm
you
gonna
trying to
say
glean?
to him, "Do you blame yourself for the others' deaths?" And I'm looking to see is he like mourning them still, and still.
Look in my good eye and say it again.
Inside check.
Go for it. You guys, none of your characters can be therapists ever.
Oh yes, Ogre is.
Nope.
Ogre's the therapist. I've made her that way. Insight.
What? Did you?
I don't
Yes,
know.
she has incredible. Yes.
There's no touching in therapy usually.
Yeah.
Tell me
Horse.
how you
That's
feel.
gonna be a 21.
Okay. Zed, deception. I'm going to give you advantage on this. You've been spending the past 3 years trying to decide that.
Yeah, no, 12.
Okay.
Do you think me trying to kill your Kalinor is enough proof?
Ogre thinks you're trying to set a right, you think? But Ogre doesn't
You don't
know
set a
that,
right
but
with revenge.
then what are you doing?
Taking somebody that took from me. I don't have to make sense. I haven't for 3 years. Maybe one day soon, I can. And he just glares at Kalinor.
Cool as a cucumber, not phased, does not care.
Well,
You know what?
Nala leans down and goes, I think you're doing a really good job. Just, yeah, that's good. Just keep it up just like that.
Thanks, Nala.
well, that's not the Kalinor who did that to you. This Kalinor has been with us and even helped kill our and saved Ogre's family. In this timeline, it's because of Kalinor Ogre is able to save what's left of her family and clan. So, this Kalinor is good, and she's trying to save the world, and Ogre would like it if you stop saying these mean things about her. Please.
Okay, I will. Around you.
That's fine. You're edgy. I get it. Let's go see Carvis.
Hmm.
So, Car, you said that you were like trying to kind of get out of here. It would be a lot easier to sort of like walk away, as this is Riaris's design. I think Car, because you're right behind him, you might have like an investigation check to be able to do it. Riaris is the only way that the only person really here that knows absolutely how to get out.
I'll make an investigation check.
Sure, I like it.
Why not? Not with the 11, probably.
With the 11, you know it's the right rock. You're just trying to. I think you're in the process of trying to find it.
And that, okay, if I get there and I realize I can't see, I'm not trying to find it. I'll just roost on one of the rocks in the area where I think it is.
You got it.
Because if I don't necessarily want to break up the conversation, I'm just over it.
Yeah.
Hey, Car, why don't you say the secret password? Abracadabra.
That wasn't even close.
Mm.
It was like it was 3 words.
I thought it was pretty
definitely not
close, wasn't it,
abracadabra.
Ogre?
Let's go the fuck to see Carvis, all right? Let's get out of this cold ass place. Riaris, can we please leave?
Now, Nala, how long can I stay in here?
I will start
Like,
drawing
I
cards.
let me clarify.
Okay.
If the others can leave, just I don't want to stay long. Just how long could I stay?
Let's see.
Well, I think the only clarifying thing I can tell you is that anything that you would try to ingest to stay alive would feel like you're successfully, hunting, gathering, whatever, with food. You're just, it's not real. So you would eventually die from.
So if I want to stay like 10 minutes longer, that would be okay. Like that would be.
Yeah, you could eat whatever you wanted.
Already.
I mean, I'm not that hungry. I mean, I'm hungry now. I was not hungry. Now I'm hungry. So it might be like 15 minutes, but okay.
You can eat without gaining weight.
Yeah. It's the
It's a
fantasy
good diet.
tapeworm.
It's a good diet. Okay. Car, you were close. It's not there. It's the other little rock over there. The little algae that's made in that little constellation. That's what you want to look for. And I'll go to
Did that help me
point
find it?
out the exit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will. When we went in here, was it daytime or nighttime?
It was
I
daytime.
think it was daytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll head out, leave the cartography shop, and just perch on its roof.
Okay. Cool. You got it.
I'll just say I'll meet you guys at Carvis's. I just want 5 minutes or so. That's all right.
Yeah, I get that. We'll meet you. Well, we're going. We'll see if he's down at the beach first, and then if he's not there, we'll go to Carvis's. We'll see you there. Mwense Yanzanmi. That's what it was. That was the password.
Nailed
Walker
it.
keeps thinking it's
Well
wham
done.
bam. Thank you, ma'am.
There's a lot of
That's
Yeah, that's
something else, I think.
That's Ogra.
And we leave.
Okay, I say if you guys are leaving, I will say as you're leaving, Nala just what does Nala do? Because that would eventually go away. I think you see, I think you just see Nala kind of like take out her her staff and just turn it into her halberd and kind of like carves an X where the door is and just looks back at Riars and just goes, in case you forget, because you'd be trapped in here forever.
Thanks, Nala.
Okay.
You're really good at magic.
All right. Thank you.
No, I'm serious. This is amazing.
Oh, I didn't build this place.
Oh, well, I mean, you're still really good at magic, but this place is, I mean, how?
Really cool.
Thank you. I feel like we should probably say this on the other side of the door.
Let's go. Yeah.
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 You see it. Cool. And you all walk out. Riars, what are you doing with your time?
Yeah, not necessarily much. I think Riaris enjoys the splash of freezing cold water on his face and sees his reflection that his little strand of white hair has grown by a little bit from the recent events. But I think he just wants to literally just kind of lay back next to the campfire in the snow for 5 or 10 minutes and just kind of, I think ultimately Riaris, for one of the first times in a while, is really thinking of home. He's kind of been very mission oriented, and now this is all kind of coming back. And so this is a little bit of a moment of kind of wishing he didn't have to leave. But as he starts to get tired and think about maybe taking a nap, that's when he'll get up. So I'm not imagining more than 5, 10, 15 minutes or so, but really of just kind of a introspective, good to see the mountains, good to feel the snow lightly fall upon his face, the warmth of the campfire, the solitude, and kind of feeling himself grounded, reminding himself a little bit where he lives.
Go ahead and give me a religion check, please.
Double twos. That is a 1.
Oh no.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Well, it's not ideal. It's a little better. 14.
Riaris, as you're staring at your reflection in the water, I think there's a moment when you question the last words that Yoon said of Nala being really good at magic, because missed a spot here. This water doesn't show. That's not me. I think there's a good solid moment of realization in the reflection against the campfire in the water. You see the tanned skin, slightly hardened features, a little scar you never noticed was there before.
Stop it.
Yaris, I think you've never really... Maybe you never thought about this. I mean, you were always so close with your family. And you would hear, passing notes of, you look so much like Jairus or Mira. You'd always brush it aside. But in this moment, you can definitively say you don't see the resemblance to either. Almost as if something may have been lost. A little bit of the paranoia that you've been feeling over the past few days creeps in. As you think about what you've just done and ripping someone out of their timeline. Taking them away from whatever God, fate, strands of selection says is the way things are meant to be. You wouldn't feel so alone. If you had Sylvia. Or Selma, whatever. You wouldn't feel so alone. If you had Talia. And you wouldn't feel so alone. If you at least recognized yourself. What do you do in this moment?
think the last thoughts that I have are thinking of those things and thinking of solitude and being alone and thinking what is the cost of duty, and that duty, from what he has known, is everything, what you can provide. And now looking back at him, at this person that he doesn't quite recognize, what is that cost? And take a deep breath. Feel the snow falling upon his skin. Picks up a rock, throws it at his reflection in the stream. Not aggressively, but just kind of drops it in there. To see the distortion that the ripples create, the different variations, the versions, the scars elongating, shortening. Another deep breath. Tight nod of the head to himself and goes to leave.
You look at the marked X on the door. You notice, from your understanding of where it is, you even see the oval crevice that cracks at the end. With a carving on it. Almost looks remarkably like a gravestone. You push through it. The camera follows you into the black. It's a little early, but I think we're going to take our 10-minute break there. See you guys at 10. And we are back. As we come back in, you all are on your way to see Carvis. I'll say, Car, as you see them exit as you are on top of your roost, do you choose to join them or stay there?
I do. I notice that Riaris is holding back.
Yes. Yeah, you notice that Riaris is not with them.
Then I will hold back.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, Dan.
Beautiful. I love it. Zed, give me a perception check and a nature check.
17 on perception, 19 on nature.
Cool. I'm sorry. Give me one more time with that. What was the
It
rolls?
was 17 on perception and 19 on nature.
Beautiful. Nice. So as you are coming out, there's an interesting sort of moment where you actually truly have to sort of shield your eyes from the sun that comes in. I mean, there's sunshine here from where you came from, but it always seemed to be clouds always seem to be just covering up most of that. And in this case, as you see the general peaceful but hustle and bustle of the beach sort of town, I think, Zed, you immediately start to feel a lot of feelings. This space of... I don't know. What is Zed feeling in this moment? There's an idea of here's a place where nothing that has happened in at least the past 2.5 years have hit them yet. And they're peaceful and happy and uninformed and... I don't know. Yeah. What's going through your mind?
He's probably having he's probably trying to hold it inside, but he's probably having a panic attack, almost like a PTSD moment of it hasn't changed, it looks the same, and it's from back then, and
Yeah.
he just stepped right into it again.
Give me a Constitution saving throw. I think that makes sense.
Uh, 8.
Yeah. You are, I'm going to say you're effectively poisoned, as mechanically speaking. We'll figure out how long. It just kind of depends on the vibe of what happens as you go along. But yeah, everything feels tricky. You feel like your nerves are a little shot. It's affecting every part of what you're trying to perceive and all that.
Probably just a big inhale breath, just and just walks out. Still not taking his eyes off of Kaelinor, though.
Yeah.
I think Kay was trying to do that same thing to Zed to watch what he does kind of vibe, and then realizes, oh no, he's watching me. Okay, well, I don't care, so I'm gonna just walk into the direction of where Carvis was when we last met him.
Carvis is working on your ship.
Yeah, I'll head to the shipyard.
Ogre kind of wants to look at Car. And should we warn Rook here about
Car's
Zed?
up on the roof.
Then she's gonna look to Kaelinor. Should we warn Rook or Zed about him being here because he made things try to kill him?
Are you saying this? Does
I
Zed
mean,
hear this?
the owner to the bar?
Yeah, as
He's
far as you
gone.
guys know, Rook is gone.
Gone, yeah. I don't
Okay.
think that would be a problem.
What's his name?
Ogre couldn't
He had a
remember.
great name.
He had a great name.
Ogre
What
took
is
one of
this
his
great name?
buttons.
Hmm.
This is great name.
I hear buttons have power.
Does Zed hear any
Reginald
Wrong
Mudgut.
campaign.
That's what it
Reginald.
is. Yep.
Reginald.
I wonder if there's a
Reginald.
timeline where Zed and Kalinor get together.
Don't say that. That is.
Well, there's like
I-
a fixation thing here. He's just really there's a lot of things that happen to
100%.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, by that logic, there's a timeline where Yoon and Carr could be together.
Oh
There's a
yeah.
timeline
I
where
mean, it could be
York-
this one.
100%.
It's one.
Car, you're not here.
Looks at Cut. Looking around for Nala, seeing if Nala heard it.
I'm okay with the polycule.
Beautiful.
Love the polycule.
You look at Nala to see if she heard it. Doesn't seem to be intaking any knowledge. Doesn't seem to really like hear that.
Can I roll an insight check? I mean, terrible at it, but on Nala. Just we're
Nala?
walking
Yeah.
together. It just seems
I like
like
it.
She's being quiet, which is bizarre for Nala.
Better than normal. 16.
16 is good. Yeah, she seems out of sorts, odd. She also seems like she's probably trying to. Oh, 16 is good. I think she is trying to hide something behind a level of thoughtful, like empathetic contemplation for Zed. And it's, I would say, Yoon, it's pretty good. I mean, it's a, but you can tell there's something there.
Can Ogre like see Yoon looking at Nala and also do an inside check?
Sure.
Ogre's thinking, does Nala feel sympathetic to Zed because she keeps like reincarnating, like going almost to a new timeline with no memories of the previous one, so it's kind of the same thing almost.
Interesting.
Where'd
you
Nala, yeah, go ahead. You do your roll first.
That's an 18.
18. I'm gonna give Ogre a little bit more, or give Ogre a little less of a handicap here. I never understand handicaps. You know for sure that that's not it.
No, you
Yeah.
seem. Would you, I was, I'm not sure if Carvis is going to be at the shipyard, and so I just wanted to make a quick check. Would you want to help me to check around the island? I was just going to fly around the city real quick just to do a check, and I didn't know if you don't want to, that's fine. It's just
No, I'm good.
Problem with I'm good is that it indicates both negative and positive situations where, like, I'm good could be I'm good here or I'd like to go.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. That's fine. Yes, absolutely. Just thought, yeah. Well,
I just think it'd be kind of important for us to all like sort of try to be together. Other company excluded. Just trying to be together around for Zed.
Okay. All right. Yeah, well then, yeah, maybe Carvis will probably be there, so maybe I'll just wait and see if he's there. But, if you have anything, yeah.
You could go.
Well, I mean...
I would say with your inside check on the, like, there's like a little, like, kind of like thing of here of like how upset Nala was when someone wandered off on their own. She's circumvented that completely. Whatever is affecting her completely has like made her forget that.
I'm sorry, did you just say on their own? Like, Kay's ears ping at that, like, wait a minute, that's...
Oh
okay.
yeah, no, you could
Why
you could take someone with you. I just think we should be, I should be here for Zed. Well, we should be here for Zed.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But
weird.
you
I
specifically,
think
yes, absolutely.
it's weird that he never met you, or wouldn't you come back even if you died? Wouldn't you just come back as a different? He would have seen someone like you.
I don't think I'm the. I understand the confusion of it. Trust me, I do. But I don't have answers for you there.
Okay,
I'm
that's
trying to
enough.
figure
That's
out.
fine. Different thing. Yeah.
How did Nala fit into all this? I never had one. Oh, had a
She owns
person.
that shop. She owns that shop. We went to her.
The one we came out of?
Yeah, we met.
Rudy Bay.
We met before.
think
During
we went
that timeline, but I mean,
Yeah. It was
I
similar.
guess you met a lot of phoenixes after.
Yeah, I met Ashwing. Is there something going on between you and Carr? Never really
Their
seen any.
boyfriend and girlfriend.
That's
Hmm.
that's reductive.
Well,
Yeah, there's a relationship.
oh, Nala, if there's one thing you want to know about Carr, he'll do what he can to protect you. Not in a creepy way, but it's weird. All you guys were way more mean to me. Ogre was probably the nicest one. Everybody else was mean. Carr was mean. All you guys. Carr would hiss at me.
Hiss.
By here.
I don't know if I've heard him hiss.
Can the vocal cords...
Well, if he can just say regular words, then I mean, I could hiss.
Kalinor's about the same.
Good.
There. So, I'm not a player in this. I'm an NPC. No, I'm the DM. That's right. I forgot. There's so much that's like, I think Yoon especially, Yoon and Ogra, like just catching like, there's so much things to correct here. There's so many things to like and you see Nala respond to none of them. She doesn't seem to be even necessarily annoyed with Zed assuming that there's something that Zed could tell Nala that she doesn't already know. None of that.
So Nala, I don't really do this social thing where I sort of pretend that someone isn't okay, and then like obviously if you don't want to say anything, don't say anything. But you're acting fucking weird right now.
Hey, you know what?
And
More
you said a
delicate
lot of
than
stuff,
that.
and you put things together, and
She's pretty smart. Hold on. Let me try to outsmart. Oh, that's a nat one.
No.
Okay. Interesting. Hey, maybe it's just, I'm trying to learn that empathy card, Yoon, and just kind of understanding, like, he's been gone for 3 years. People's what? And just like yells at a passerby. People are very confused. Zed's probably very confused. I'm just trying to be, a calming presence for everybody here. In just making the ease of transition fine to be able to allow Zed to just to feel at home and open to share things.
And you're doing a wonderful job, Nala.
Zed, is there something you're not? I mean, there's a whole world of things you haven't shared yet. But is there something important? Are you gonna like kill us later, or you want to tell us how you lost your eye, or I'm trying to get to the bottom of this because this is not how our Nala. Do we get a different? Oh, Car's not here. Riaris, did we get a different Nala?
Riaris.
Not here.
Riaris isn't here either. You turn and look, Riaris isn't there.
First off, my eye's just discolored, jackass. And
Okay, so
second
it's not
off,
gone. Well, it's cool.
hey Nala, can I talk to you real quick away from
Yes.
everybody?
Sorry. What? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my ear.
That curse is a lot more.
Sorry, everybody.
Ogra,
Yeah.
I'm not going that far. But give me my privacy.
Point of
Good.
inspiration. That's beautiful. I love that a lot.
Alright, so I walk with Nala off to the side enough to where I feel like they can't hear. Nala, I've never met you before. And you're the first of your kind I've met.
Well, we have met before, as I said, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Two things. How good are you with technology and magic? Like magical technology.
Well, I mean, yes, yeah. Technically, they're two different things. I'm more privy to the magic side. But I'm open to help out in any way that I can on things that you are trying to figure out, or may have already encountered.
I'll hold my wrist up to her. See what she does.
This is tricky. Okay, so for everybody, Zed, please describe what is on your wrist.
Alright, so it looks like a piece of leather with this ink, like I guess kind of like a watch almost in it. And then the leather arm is surrounding all around it, so it's like a cuff. So it's like kind of like a watch with runes in it over a leather cuff. But
Go ahead.
it would just look like leather armor unless you really looked at it.
Okay. We didn't decide that there was any sort of coloration or specific stone stuff. I
think-
truly can't remember.
I believe we just said it was going to be dark leather armor, so it looked just like my regular armor, so it blended in pretty well.
Okay.
And
cool.
then I think it was just like a metallic, like a dull metallic color, like just like a stone gray metal.
Okay. Cool.
Do watches exist in Imea? Is that technology
No.
level?
Well, in some, yeah.
Maybe like a few.
I would say like the watch kind of concept actually makes sense here.
Abrador
So
has
yeah, I will
watches.
say yeah, it looks like a watch. So you see like something that has like that sort of the like minute and second hand. You don't see numbers around the outside of it. Okay, that's interesting. That's cool. And anything else? I want to say I because I feel like I need to, with advantage on her Arcana, 3 and a 1.
Ouch.
With advantage. This is crazy.
Okay. That's all he needed to know about that. Do you know of a group called the Azure?
I need everybody to give me a perception check. That's here.
Nat 20.
Fuck yeah. I got a 14.
Peek
Perception.
into
My
your eyes.
privacy.
23.
23. Yoon, you got someone got a
14.
6. 14?
I got a
Cool.
6.
You're so
I'll
good. Ogre's so good at it. Just like
Okay,
no problem.
it's just Ogra. So as you were all kind of just like waiting, sort of like maybe looking at each other or having a conversation with each other, Ogra is still like kind of peering through. Ogra, I think in this instance, Zed and Nala have kind of like walked off to be like sort of behind this, not even fully behind, but like this kind of like sort of like open sort of tent area of someone's home where we see like there's a what looks to be like maybe like a sheet that's drying out that's kind of just like just flying in the wind along like a makeshift sort of clothesline, and you see Nala and a little bit of Zed, and then the next second you see no one, and you hear a heavy thump and some very loud squawking. Well, we'll say with the nat 20, you just hear the phrase, "Tell me what you know, tell me what you know, tell me what you know." The subtle sounds of what might be a choking sea elf.
Like Homer Simpson style, choking him.
I mean, you hear this where you go, and I'll tell you more.
Ogre's just gonna peek behind another curtain after hearing the choking.
You're gonna peek? You're gonna peek? They're gone.
Oh, okay. So they've actually disappeared.
They've disappeared from your view.
What's the location? Are we just outdoors?
Nala's
Yeah,
kidnapped Zed. Nala's kidnapped Zed.
Are you running after?
I hope so.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Ogre, you run over to that location. You see Nala has pounced on Zed. Zed is on the ground, and is holding him by the collar, just shouting into his face. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know.
Nala.
It's fine. It's fine. Just whisper into my ear. Just whisper. No one else needs to know. Just tell me what you know.
Ogra. Tell them it's okay. I got this. And you just see the spit that's on my face just dissipates into nothing.
Ew.
Really making him feel welcome.
You're doing
Yeah,
great, Nala.
I think you're all here.
There's a
The
time
yelling
there
is
was-
definitely yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
Alright, so everybody's there now?
Yeah.
So I don't want, I guess I'm gonna try to do I guess it would be a persuasion to everybody to back off.
I honestly, I think Zed, the timeline here, reaction. What do you do?
I'm gonna just tell everybody to just yell it out, back off.
Are either of
No.
you gonna kill each other?
No, it's fine. Just needs to tell me.
Nala, air.
I
Just tell her, take me
Air.
up. Yep, just take me up.
No hesitation. Just flies you up.
I cast fly and I follow them.
And there's no way Zed would know that you could do that now.
It's like,
I'll just fly,
I hope he drops
and
it.
it is very casual, just floating up next to them since I have a speed greater than theirs. And all I'm doing is, neither of you didn't confirm that you're not going to kill her. You can have your space, but you have to confirm it first. I need to hear from you. You're not going to kill her.
Car and Riaris give me a perception check. I'll say DC 10.
Nope.
How?
Natural 1 for a 7.
How,
That's a nice
guys?
boy.
Okay, beautiful. So here's what happens. That makes somehow you both failing makes
exhausted.
more sense in my DM mind. Riaris, you kind of walk out of the booty bay. You look up, see Car kind of staring down. You guys kind of catch eyes as behind you there is a flaming arc that goes into the sky and dissipates before you're able to notice anything happening.
Fair.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, we're good. We're good.
You said it. I can't. I haven't heard. He's
Well, I'm the one
I
that
know
has him by
best.
the. Sorry. Okay, yeah, no. What would be
Well, I don't know what
easier
could
for
do. He has
you,
a crazy
Zed?
dagger. Yeah, I mean,
What's
I'm
the
not
easiest?
gonna hold
Now
him.
holding him by the arms. Now holding you like a baby. What's the easiest? Sort of just. What's more comfortable?
Zed,
Yoon,
you could have your spit.
I
just wanna
won't
make sure.
kill her.
Great, thank
Now
you.
fuck off.
You don't have to be fucking rude about it. This is my friend. I'm making sure you're not going to kill her. And you're sort of a friend, but
What
weird
am I gonna
and-
do?
and-
Swim through the air?
What, you have a dagger? I don't know what you can do. Maybe you just explode sometimes. You have probably
Yeah, let me
cool
summon
abilities.
a cloud and swim my ass back to the ground.
I hope you can do
hear
that.
Nala just yell out, "You!"
All right. So I'm sorry. All right. And I drop back out of the air as if I'm going to fall and then stop 1 foot from the ground and then
Beautiful.
stand up. Yeah.
While they're up in the
God, I
air,
wanna fly.
Ogre's just gonna look at Kaelinor, saying, "Do you think we'll ever get to places we say we're going to at a timely manner?"
Never. Never, Ogra. Do you want to, should we, yeah, okay, well.
Zed, you are now in a full fireman's carry from Nala. Just is this good?
Yeah, Nala. Now that you've touched every part of my body.
Ooh.
Okay, do the words "stem the tide" mean anything to you?
No, keep going.
Okay, but you know the group.
Yeah, where are they?
As far as I know, I was hired by somebody to work for them to kill Merlinlow. And lo and behold, the one I never met before knows about it. So what's your issue with them?
Sorry, one sec.
So what's Riaris and Carr doing?
Sorry. Okay, I'm back. But check your messages. Okay, all right. So they didn't have like a base or like anywhere. Did it move? Did it move?
Well, if I knew where it was, I would have told you. I mean, I don't know. All I know was I got teleported, which, yeah, you know how that works, hopefully.
You see her kind of like drop down like about 5 to 10 feet just in hearing this. Do you have anyone you could communicate with that I could talk to?
Well, I was trying to find somebody that apparently, the only way I remember might have been Carvis that told this person.
So Carvis knows?
He doesn't know them, but he might know the person that asked him, that found me.
Who? How?
The only person I ever dealt through them was a person named Eshin.
Title? No name? No second name? No. What do they look like?
He gives detail to her, like a little too much detail.
No clue what that means. But yeah.
He was in there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jesus. Okay. All right. That's it?
She would drop by with contracts, tell me where to go. I would go there, kill, go home. 3 months later, stop by, pick up the stuff.
But you know her, so if she's alive now in this timeline, could you send to her if you had a sending spell to contact her?
Maybe that's even if she's part of it.
You see every answer you give, she drops lower and lower. I'll say at this point, Carr, Riaris, as you're kind of like trying to kind of make your way back to the group, you see Zed now being carried like a baby, dropping low, about maybe only I'd say like she shot up her full movement, so say like 80 feet. So she's like now dropped to like 30 feet. And we'll say you see that there because I don't know if you guys want to have a conversation, Carr and Riaris. So
Yeah, I think as I see that, I'm like, oh, it's kind of bright, like seeing her come in, like, and then we get closer. Car, what is
Yeah.
happening?
Looks like Nala took Zed for a fly. I don't know why. But
Maybe
they
they go
both
get pie.
but they both seem
Still in the
intact,
sky.
so you know.
They look intact. Okay. Yep.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I think so. Are you? That was
No,
kind of a
I'm
thing
not.
we kind of went through. That was kind of.
Yeah, no, I'm not okay. I'm glad you are. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you think that because that was. I mean, that was. I've done some trances and things, but nothing. That was something else. That was,
I no.
well,
Mm-hmm.
hey, thanks for waiting back for me. I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, you're welcome. Did we get the right one? Should we send him back?
Should we send it? I don't know. I got a good feeling about it.
Really?
No, Yoon's rubbing off on me. There's something about it. The feeling.
Well, you jumping off on you, but you're rubbing off on me because this isn't good.
Hey, Nala, just drop me down next to Car and Riaris.
Yoon said something the other day that I never heard. He said, "Yeah, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it."
Yeah,
So I don't really
to
know
tell
what
it.
that
And
means,
so
but I'm just trying to tell myself that the Zed with the dagger that stabs himself is the right choice. You know,
All right.
it'll be good.
Okay.
Nala doesn't look happy though.
No.
Ah, Riaris, Car. By the way, Car? Nice.
You guys like
You
going
too.
for a little fly? What?
Yeah, no, don't worry about this. You can just drop me off here, Nala. Congratulations on the relationship, Car. Let's get going. I want to see Carvis.
Nala drops Zed.
30 feet in the air.
Not 30 feet. I'd say probably about 10 feet in the air. So Car, you're like, there's a little bit of a like, as like Zed, you kind of like land a little awkwardly, and yeah, she flies off.
I thought you were rolling that 1d6.
Card just looks at Zed when he says that, doesn't really say anything, just looks at him, and then takes off after Nolan.
As you go to take off, I would just say, "We're headed down to see Carvis. See you." You know, just like as a meet us there, knowing you're gonna fly away.
Yeah.
Nice group you got here, Riaris. Really, yeah.
Yeah, glad you like it.
Mm.
Glad you're fitting in and met Nala. She's
Ah,
good time.
no, she's a good one so far. Yeah. Her and Car, cute couple. Day and night, huh?
I know they don't really want to admit it, but that's kind of like the best part. Like fire darkness, it's pretty cool. But don't say that to Nala. She gets a little bit about it.
And yeah, you think if they have a kid, it'll be a black flame?
Haven't thought about it. That's interesting.
All right, I told Ogra.
Also,
I'd go back.
don't. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Hey, I know this is a little bit crazy, this situation. You're doing pretty good. If you want to or say anything, let me know. I know that's weird, but
Hold on a sec. There's something a little different about you, Riaris. You Your ears been burning?
Interesting question. Yeah, not as much as it used to.
Hmm.
You know something about that?
I know you talk to yourself quite a bit, but this whole interaction, I haven't seen it at all. Maybe you're a little more sane.
Yeah, when I died, I lost her too. So we're figuring that part out.
Oh,
Touch and go.
man,
Yeah.
she hung up on you, huh? We can always redial her.
I don't know if I know that phrase. I mean, she, I lost her.
What's that thing Yoon said a long time ago? Fake it till you make it? Or does it mean just make up things?
He told you that too? Yeah, that's what. Apparently, Yoon says you can just lie, and then maybe it comes true, and then you're like, "Hey, I did it."
Mm.
So, yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what was the most annoying? Yoon would say that, and he'd say the most outrageous things, but they were actually true.
Yeah. That reminds me often of you, actually. It's funny that you say it that way. You would say things. What are your feelings about dung beetles, just out of curiosity?
What? No, screw those things. I'm allergic to them.
It's kind of cool, actually.
Nah. So, is there anything you need to catch me up on in the group? If I'm gonna be stuck with you all?
I'm gonna be honest. This timeline, I'm not quite the best gossiper, but yeah, I mean, we're back here. We got Kobamu. Let me ask you something. Towers. Were there towers in your timeline?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had towers.
We're on this towers thing, and I don't remember. We have a kind of describe the Solaris and ours. Is this? Do you?
Do I what?
The towers. Did you have towers? Yeah, just.
I'll say this is a luck check.
Oh. 7.
Okay. Solaris Lunaris? No idea. The connection to the control of these. I mean, there's a lot of towers, but I assume if I assume you probably kind of pick up on what Riars is saying. So literally the kind of like pink rock brimstone sort of towers. You recognize that would be a very hot topic in terms of when you started out. There was a lot of times you were actually hired to help in taking control of them from the Merlin Loke. You were never successful.
Yeah. Towers. Yeah, I mean, I fought around a bunch of them, but that was towards the beginning. I mean, they gave me tall orders, wanted me to clear out places, but it didn't really go too well. But I don't know nothing about it. What'd you say it was?
I don't know if it has a real name. We call it. I think you came up with the Solaris Lunaris. It's pretty cool because it's like a sun and a moon type of thing, and we've been able to connect them where you can perhaps teleport between them. Where we
teleport between them, huh?
Yeah, and where we lost you was down. We found a underwater one that gave a different version. Haven't quite figured that one out yet. But
So there's only 2 of them.
well, I think there's like 2 towers every island, but they could be up and they could be down.
So you only have 2 of them, a day and a night.
We have 2 days and 1 night.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Huh.
So we're trying to figure out, kind of head to Faran was our plan. Yoon's people. He's like some king or something. I don't know if you knew that.
Wow.
It's kind of a big deal around here. He
he's
just doesn't
a
want
king?
to talk about it. Something
mean,
like that. He
he
talks
can
about
walk the
pirates.
walk.
I'm not sure what pirates exactly are, but he's pirates king.
Pirates? Just think of bandits, but on the water.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. Same thing. Just instead of rocks, they got boats.
Zed, as you're talking, there's a moment where you all, Kaelanor and Ogre, you are also heading there, and I say you guys kind of beat them there, so you're at the shipyard. And Zed, as you kind of come up over the horizon, there's a moment when this world that you're trying to technically reconnect with, but there's still a sort of like fantasy sort of element to it for you. And the hard hitting memories of your past as you see a shell of a Merlin-Loke ship that you have infiltrated times before. Most of them look very similar.
Holy hell. You guys... Is that the ship you guys said you stole?
Yeah, that's the boat we took. Ogre's gonna have a tree over there.
Yes, I was told so. I was told a large boat is not a good description for that, and that it's more of a ship.
Yeah, it's
in
like
half
a
right now.
it's like a
Ship.
full galleon.
Yeah.
It was big. Yeah, it's typically ship goes into open water, and a boat stays near the shore. But it's not set in stone. You can say boat if you want, Ogre or anybody. It's just, it's fine.
And I'll say right on cue, as you're saying this, you see so this is pretty far off in the distance, I think, even from here. You see this kind of little, you can tell it's Carvis just by the sort of difference in height over some of the other people, the other orcs that he's working with. You see him kind of take a step back. You see some magical sort of movements with his hands. You see kind of light starts to kind of spark off from it. And you see the ship start to crunch slightly. And again, as you see his hands kind of just pulling together, and you see the ship start to move and meld, and the wood starts to creak, and you hear the sounds of cracking wood as some of the pieces aren't responding to the spell, but most of it is able to be pulled down. And it stops. And before you is it's like a caravel-sized ship, a little bit bigger.
Yoon was kind of finishing up the end of the flight spell, and what he was doing with it was just being maybe a couple inches off the ground and essentially ice skating, just hands behind his back, just skating around, and because it's flight, and I would say it's like 10 minutes or something, so it ends right about there, or he loses concentration by looking at it and stops, trips, and face plants after seeing it, and just kind of puts his face up from the sand. It's just holy shit.
I know. You all stole a big ass ship.
No, I mean, did you not just...
Did you?
Carvis just shrank the entire ship.
This is also part of your old boat, Zed. We told, like, our Zed and everything said to combine them.
One, I'm not your Zed. I'm not a toy. Two, we traveled through like time, space, whatever, and you're surprised about a boat shrinking.
I mean, if it's permanent, like I've seen people shrink things but it's a whole ass boat. You know, it's a whole ass ship. It's also, I am so fucking excited for this ship. There are so many cool things. We gave Carvis all these plans, and
You know what? It was once said to me. Do you know who the fuck he is?
I do.
You see, roll a perception check for him. You see, like, him seeing you all kind of in the distance. It's kind of like, I imagine you guys are kind of like walking up what is like a natural sort of hill that is built up, and the shipyard is actually built in the sort of like crevice of it. So you guys have like fallen, like you falling into the sand, and like right before you is the like wooden sort of pieces with like ladders and everything kind of extending down to these other levels. And you see him kind of like take about maybe 15 feet forward. So he's about maybe like 90 feet from you all, and just kind of like give a very tired wave.
Fucking amazing.
Thank you. Come on. And he kind of makes a motion to like come on.
I'm already on my way down there.
Choking?
Zed, can you make water? You make like fresh water? Can you make him he looks like he's really thirsty.
I'm probably already down the ladder.
Okay.
I
You
like turn
turn
around
gone.
and be like, oh, okay, right then, never mind. It's fine.
Some things never
Taylor,
change.
what
Hey,
did you put on your wish list?
Oh, for Carvis? Or in my room?
Yeah.
I just kind of said I could sleep in the weapons room if that's doable, and kind of maybe fix my armor. Small things.
I really
You
guessed.
could have asked for
wow.
anything, and that's what you asked for?
I tried to put the bath in your room, and you wanted a weapons room?
if he was being serious, you're gonna sleep in the weapons room? Out?
Protection. I mean, considering
Oprah got
this
a
set,
tree on the boat.
Well, yeah.
That's pretty
yeah.
You got a tree?
Well, we saw the tree.
Oh, there's gonna be a tree.
okay, should we? We're gonna.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's already. Jeez, already done that.
You see Carvis kind of like said as you approach. You met Carvis briefly. And once again, it's a weird moment, and I think we're gonna continue to sort of like harp on this for a while, because I think it is something that is so like mind fucky, for the best word. He looks exactly how you left him, and you know that you don't look like you anymore. So as you walk up to him, you see him kind of like head tilted to the side a little bit, and then eventually just Zed, I presume.
Yeah. Before the group gets here, I need you to look at this. And I show him my wrist.
Kind of takes your arm. Where did you get this?
Long story. It was given to me to do contracts, and I need to find a way to charge it, and possibly portable charge, something I can take with me to keep it up.
I'm not in the habit of doing secrets outside of the group, but if you want me to do something with it, you're gonna have to give it to me now.
All right. I mean, all the stuff you've done for me.
Hopefully, I live up to that version. Hello, friends.
I mean, we're outside with ladders and platforms. I would like to make a perception check for that.
Me too, please.
Sure, yeah,
A little
absolutely.
bit.
Yeah.
I'm talking Zed.
Yes,
though,
please.
Anyway.
I'm still trained to be like, where is Zed? Go find Zed.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm just watching Zed so he doesn't kill me.
Mine was just a 13.
Oh, I said Zed, give me a sleight of hand.
All right.
19.
Nice.
22.
Fuck.
Okay.
I guess sleight of hand.
I do think
Would've
there's
tied it
also
if I
the
didn't have
reality.
disadvantage.
There is also the reality that
beginner's
Carvis
luck.
also
Beginner's
has to
luck.
roll.
What is that?
a sleight of hand?
A D4.
D6, D4.
D4.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, wow! This dice killing it.
That's 4. So
That gives you 23.
23. Beautiful.
Nice.
I want it to be known. Doesn't matter, but I want it to be known that Carvis also rolled a 22.
Wow.
Nice.
I know.
Well done, Carvis.
I'm very surprised at this number.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riaris, you see something exchange hands and drop into Carvis's hands. You see him kind of like put it away. You actually see him like put it away as if he's putting it into his pocket, and it doesn't make sense because it's way too big of a device. But it disappears. So you know for sure it is something that Zed had on him. Actually, I'll say by one.
Yeah, what I noticed. I mean, I was standing
by
next to
one-
him for a while. Okay.
You notice that there's something that was his and is now not, and as you get closer, you notice that whatever was on his wrist is gone.
Okay, cool. I won't make any note. I won't say anything otherwise. Okay.
Yeah.
Moment.
Well, some of the natural wood seem to have a little bit of life to it, as all plants do.
Speaking of that, how's your boy?
Fine.
Good. On my side, more energy, more curiosity.
Zed, are you saying this out loud?
Yeah, just to make it seem like it's just talk back and forth, normal. Like I'm catching up with him.
What do you mean, more energy, more curiosity?
He was a troublemaker.
No, not Yef.
Hefe?
Yeah. Right. No, wide eyes, full of energy, full of life, very curious.
You see him just give a slight nod. Anyways, well, yeah. So, there might be some repairs that are in order. As I was saying, nature in itself is its own source of magic, and some plants don't like to be magically maneuvered. So,
Fascinating. I thought maybe some part of the ship was enchanted, but I guess maybe you would have gone through the trouble of disenchanting. Yeah, the nature thing I never would have thought of.
surprisingly, no, not a lot of it wasn't. I imagine that it speaks more to the conceited nature.
Maybe being around you, I have this expectation that so many more things in the world are enchanted and magical, and but it's just this place and the things you have and the things you've done. It makes the rest of the world seem maybe a little bit more dull in comparison. Although, if you ever come to Faran, there are a lot of wondrous things in Chukan, and especially in the archives. There's a lot of mysterious objects from the tower and from the ruins that are still held. It's been a long time since I saw those. But there are interesting things everywhere, I'm sure.
I will echo my friend Yoon's comments and say, visiting you is often like a dream. I never quite understand what is happening, but it's all amazing. Thank you, Carpus.
You honor me. Thank you. What can I... it's... I guess it should seem congratulations is in order, assuming that our party is in full...
Well, he's here now,
Thank you.
and he's kind of inextricably, inescapably, you know, bound by fate to us. So if he wants to leave, he can, but I guarantee you he'll end up back where we are.
Well,
We're working on it.
that was a good pep talk. It's a good
Fucking nightmare.
We just need to do a
Welcome
team
aboard.
building exercise, something like that.
Well, if my word has... the word of a dwarf has any weight to it, Zed, you've found a fine crew, and you will once, very soon, have a fine ship to go along with it.
Definitely
given
bigger.
everything else. Yes, well, it'll be more manageable as well. I can guarantee
Alright.
you that.
Oh.
We owe you and your crew a great debt. I don't know if that's all been made clear, but I am very interested and fascinated to hear how life has been for you these past few hours. And looks at Riaris at the word hours as a like a little bit of a question mark. Looking at Zed's face and the time that's passed.
Yeah, it's a bit freaky. You're one of the very few people that actually helped.
From behind, I'm just like motioning 3 years.
He's a dwarf, so it's very hard to like.
Yeah.
All I could think of is number 3, my lord. Pick number 3. All I could think of.
Well, perhaps we have to rebuild some of the. This is just the shell, but perhaps tomorrow we can make sure that we at least have the basics of the rooms set up and can do a walkthrough on what the plans are.
You think that'd be around noonish, late afternoon? Enough time?
Noon should be fine. Is there... Looks back at the... looks back at you. He caught the 3 years for sure. So, like, looks back at you. Is there any specific requests you might have that I may possibly be able to oblige on your route? Things that would have gone overlooked in another life.
Wow. You said something about a hole in the boat?
Yeah, you already told him about the escape hatch. It's not a secret.
Yes. The escape hatch will have from your room into the open ocean.
Okay. It's pressurized. Not gonna.
Oh, you're serious? No.
He's serious.
Nah, I
it's-
wasn't
it's
serious.
Perfectly safe. Oh, okay. Yes, it's perfectly safe.
Okay. I don't know if it would ever happen here, but somebody ever comes looking for me, by the name of Esha, just tell him I'm in town.
Okay, will do. No look of recognizing that name on his face.
Just a pub board.
All
Is
right.
it Esha or Eshen? I feel like
Eshen.
I've heard
Eshen.
Okay, just making sure.
Eshin.
Yep.
Yep.
That's fine. It's like I was
Yeah,
confused too.
no,
Yeah.
I kept messing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready for beer and pretzels.
Well, we have both. You all know where to go. I can join you all shortly. I need to take a little bit of a respite myself. But
Please do. And if you feel Zed, if you want to have if you need to talk to Carvis alone, that's fine. I mean, you do what you want here. We're not holding you, keeping you. But I want you to choose this.
Looks at Killiner. Oh, I know.
Unfazed, cool as a cucumber. Is very like nonchalant, like. Okay.
Well,
see how
We'll
good
see you later,
Carvis's
Carvis.
insight is.
All right.
Okay. Fun.
Carvis, I'll just summon me whenever you're done with your nap, and we can have a little talk. I'll catch you up on everything I know in my area, time, space, whatever it is. Time.
Timeline is the official terminology we're using.
I think time Krangle.
Krango.
I like that.
All right.
We'll workshop it.
I would love that very much. And Keonor,
Yes, Carvis.
I don't believe I had the opportunity to say. You look well today.
Well, thank you.
I would like to make an insight check on that, personally speaking. I am
Me
looking
too.
back and forth
I'm-
between
I'm-
faces.
He was looking for the words. I'll tell you guys straight up. He's looking for the words, but it was basic because he kind of just does a little bit of an up and down on Kaelinor. Kaelinor, you're not wearing your armor.
I'm not wearing.
Right, he's trying to.
That's
to
what-
say
that's what I
that's a
figured,
good thing,
still.
but not. Yeah.
Like-
I mean,
Yeah.
it's carefully
Yeah,
chosen.
is he
yeah.
flirting?
He was not trying to flirt. I want to make that very
It was
clear. That's
just-
why he was saying like looking well. I was trying to
Well.
find a way that would be like a way of saying like it suits you, like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Goddamn well she is.
Defenseless.
Goddamn right she is. All right. We'll see you a
Yeah.
little later, Carvis.
Very good. Yes. Just make sure that these orcs know what a right angle is. That's a joke. They're doing great. It's all. And we will cut to Carr. I'm going to say I'm going to roll a perception check on Nala with disadvantage. That's another nat 1 from the same die that I kept getting those 18s on. And then Carr, I want you to give me an athletics check.
That's not going to go super well, probably, but yeah, 6.
Okay. Carr, unless you do anything to try to communicate to Nala, there's no way you're catching up, and you're starting to get tired.
Message.
You got it. You got it.
Just a quick message saying, hey, trying to come behind you.
You get a response that just says, "I need time."
Send a message saying, all right. And I will keep off and go to the party.
Give me a. What was your perception check? If you roll, yeah.
So I never
perception,
rolled
yeah.
a perception check.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't with the party. I can if you'd like me to.
This is a perception check for Nala.
Oh, okay. 4.
Boy.
So,
She does not seem to be. She seems to be leaving Sway, traveling east.
do I know what's east of Sway?
You only know one thing that's east of Sway.
Which is
Mount Jacoblan.
okay. Well, but she wants time, and I trust her. So okay. I mean, I'll just make a note of that and soar over to where I think the party will be. And when I find them, I will, as has been my custom with them, alight down to the ground within their vision, but far away, and walk to them.
Okay. You got it. So, Zed and the rest of the party, you once again go to the only bar in town.
Okra thinks maybe Fang did a favor because she's getting all this business now. So it's really not that big of a deal.
Beautiful.
Why does it look so different?
I mean, Rook's burned down, so this is, what was the new one? What were we gonna call what were they gonna call the new one? Ash and something, or Soot and Sunder? I don't remember. But this is the tree person.
As you come over to Yuka, you hear Yuka go, "No, I'm sorry. I don't have that." And just kind of like, and then just doesn't turn, just face seems to disappear from where it was and kind of comes out to where you guys are. Hello.
Amazing.
Hi, Yuka.
Hello, Yuka. Did you know Yuka in your timeline, Zed?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, I'm Yuka. Welcome to what was formerly known as Driftwood Delights. How are you?
Wondering if the previous owner's still alive.
I am the previous, and I've always been the owner. I'm Yuka.
Zed,
no, I was
this
talking
isn't
about...
the Rook and Crown. This is yeah.
Huh. Well, then maybe you
the
all know.
building
Is Rook
we-
still alive?
Probably.
Maybe. Probably is a better answer. Yeah.
I mean,
He turns around. He starts writing in a book. Just...
Well, I'll give him a few minutes. Anybody else?
I think he wants pretzels and beer. Can you do pretzels and beer?
I can do pretzels, and I can do. May I interest you in a wine?
I think that's up to him. What about like a mead or something? Or
I can do a mead.
Did you say you got a wine?
Yes.
Did I hear mead?
You get a dry Merlot?
Oh, it's fancy.
I can do a bread.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that's what a lot
Did
of
you
the
say a bread?
Marlin would,
Sorry.
would bring.
I know it sounds.
That's what I was
But
thinking,
yes,
that's
also
bread.
that.
A
I
wine
can do a
bread.
bread.
Oh, good. Well, that's
Wine
what
bread.
pretzels are, I think, kind of.
All right. Well, and then one mead.
Or maybe Rioris. You want one?
Yeah. Yes.
You know what? Make it 2 bread. Kaelinor over there probably enjoy it.
No, thank you. I will have a tea Yuka if that is okay.
Kalen Orc.
For a treat.
You know,
Okra
come
will
on.
have
Seems-
the other bread drink. Is it wine that tastes like bread? Is it different than the other
That
stuff?
would be great. Yuko, are we overloading you? Do you need a minute? Do you want to do pretzels and the things we said, and then we'll be at the table?
As you say that, no inside check required. Yuka is looking rough. She's the only person in town, and there's been more business than there ever has been before. And you see that she is like, you hear it in her voice, you like see it in her mood, like she is
Fatigue.
struggling. Yeah,
You
fatigue.
could do
Yuka.
you have a kitchen?
Oh, Yoon.
Yes.
Oh,
Do you need
God.
some help? You know, we actually have some experience cooking some food. And
I have my
preparing
own
some things,
pants.
and apparently Rioris has his own pants. You know, you also know you can hire people, right? That you could hire a helper or someone if you know. That's what other restaurants tend to do sometimes.
If you can
Yuka.
shrink down to like the size of a bug, then that would then I can put you in the kitchen.
You have a kitchen inside. I see.
Again, yeah, the maple. That
that kind of makes
Yuka.
sense.
She has like a
Yuka.
whole
Yeah.
easy
Well,
bake oven type thing going
Can
on.
you shrink me down to the size of a bug? I mean, I'm happy to do it.
Oh my god.
How
Will
would
you all
you-
just shut up? Yuka,
No,
how
hold on.
much fresh water can you get? Do you have access to fresh water?
Yeah.
A lot or a little?
You're asking a tree a lot or a little. A little, I guess.
Okay, I just cast like 10 gallons of water, just drop right at her roots.
Oh, thank you. That's the bar floor right now, but I
Isn't that a part of you?
yes.
You said you had a little bit of water. There you go. Maybe that'll help you.
You know what? It's thoughtful.
Still want to know about if you can make it small or not.
I am a tree.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Well, you got.
You all,
So
What I
that's
suggest.
two breads and two more breads and a bucket of wine.
Do you have like? Are the things behind
Exactly.
the counter? We could get the drinks ourselves if you want. If there's like,
Oh yeah, the drinks are definitely any. We'll say the wine is actually, honestly, the wine would be for sure behind this sort of makeshift counter. Oh yes, it's very awkward for me to reach in because I have to break my branches in to grab it. So if you want to get, it's
absolutely.
Right
Yep, we'll go. Well, yep. All right.
there. Yep, over there.
Okay. Is this?
Nope,
this
that's
is,
the rat poison.
Oh, that's not. You shouldn't keep that. That maybe there's a guide. Okay, is this one?
Yeah,
You're not even
Pretty sure
looking now. Is it this
Eleanor
one?
ordered that.
I guess maybe you
I
can
think
feel it.
so.
Okay, I'll pull this one out. Hopefully this isn't rat poison. And
Kaelinor,
yeah,
try it out. No, I'm kidding. You give it here. I'm gonna pull out my poisoner's kit.
Okay. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder if we could.
Is it gonna poison all of us?
No,
Maybe poison itself.
maybe Kaelinor.
Try it.
Okay, yeah.
Try
This
it.
one I haven't tested.
I go and drink
Oh, did you want
whatever
me-
Zed's point. Yeah, no, go on. I'll take it and I'll drink whatever it is.
Ogre just slaps it out of
Okay.
your hand.
Okay.
why,
This is going
You
well.
spill it all over the counter. It drips onto the ground. Oh, more water. That's truly okay. You don't need to. I appreciate the thought.
Who's-
Wait, Zed, you get it. Can't you move water?
Yeah, I can move water, not poison that's fallen on a tree that's, taking our
All
orders.
alcohol is poison, so
what?
technically.
That's true. All alcohol's poison.
Yeah, and guess which two just dropped it all over the floor that is a part of somebody's body.
Yes, and I'm asking you to help clean it up. Can you do that or not?
I'll try.
Time will get to it eventually.
why were
That's
you
true.
giving her poison? And what is happening?
It's confusing.
Okay,
I think
what-
we should
what-
give you
Snap my fingers.
and-
Does it work?
Yeah, I think it does.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Yoon. All right. Do I have to roll to test if it's poison or not?
Yeah, give me a medicine check. I'll say if you don't have proficiency in it, add proficiency in it.
Okay. 10.
I think 10 just makes it. It is not poisoned.
All right. Hold on. Let me do a quick test. Huh. Yeah, no, this one's fine. Whoever wants
Okay,
this
well,
one.
we'll pay for the whole bottle, I suppose. And whatever's on the spilled is the, you know what they say about spilled wine. Yuka, we're gonna leave you be. Clearly, you're tired. If you need any help, please let us know.
Did you want the bread?
Yes, I want the bread.
I'm pretty hungry.
I want the
okay.
pretzels.
Pretzels?
Yes.
I can do that.
And some world toast, please. With a little hint of vanilla in it.
Wait, you can order that at night?
The hell's world toast?
World toast would be very good.
All right.
Is it
What do you
because
have
there's a
to-
tree? Y'all don't have empathy for the tree that is clearly exhausted?
I have to
I mean,
make it
I
in
just-
2 different spots, but that'll work. They're just going to be a little smaller.
Mm.
Yuka, what can I do for you?
I'm
What would
doing
you
it right
order?
now.
If you were ordering something from me, what would you order?
Probably fertilizer.
It's not a growing problem.
But no, that's their food, not growing.
Well, yeah, when
Just, I think, maybe another tree.
another tree. Where
It's a
did
pretty
you
good
come
idea.
from, Yuka?
Yeah.
Did you just grew here and you don't? Wow, there's so many.
You'd have to ask
A tree
Chase.
like you.
Oh,
Oh,
We
that
met
makes
Chase.
sense.
You met
You know.
Chase?
Yeah, we met Chase.
You know Chase?
All plants know Chase.
He was nice.
he offered
that's
us
nice.
berries.
A little
No
weird.
fucking- Well, yeah, but you know, we're all a little weird. So,
Oh, but Ogra wanted to ask you, Yuka. Ogra's getting a tree put on the boat. If there's a way for your consciousness to go from one tree to another, would you want to come with us and see the ocean or the world?
That's extremely offensive.
Ogra was.
just
Well,
don't
you're
worry
stuck
about it.
in a bar.
It's well, you know, all trees are stuck in the same place. They seem to be fine with it.
Okay.
I imagine that any tree that
Can be ants.
is anywhere would appreciate being there. And for me, I have people that come and appreciate me every day. So why wouldn't I be happy?
Okay.
Like next time I see Chase, I will ask him for a new tree, a second tree. Maybe Carvis knows Chase. Knows how to. We don't have a way to contact Chase, do we?
Have you tried
Just
talking
We
yell
to
just
out.
go
Glenn?
to his house, you know?
Don't
Yeah, we
don't
have to
ask
go
for a new
upriver.
tree. That'll probably end my existence.
Oh, I see. Okay, wording important.
A companion tree.
Can we just ask someone
Ah,
to
it
build
doesn't
you a
have to
kitchen
be a
and
companion tree. I like my kitchen. Do you not like my? Do you not like
I love
the
your
food?
kitchen, but sometimes you have to, when you get certain amount of business, you have to
Yeah.
look at expanding and
I'm learning.
Well,
that.
growing
and
the
your
business.
leaves are also wilted here. We can see, you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh my god. You're talking
Okay,
about
maybe.
swapping consciousness from body to body, and now you're showing her wiltedness? What's wrong with you all?
That's
You
not
didn't even know her
insulting,
in your
Kat.
other timeline. What do you know about trees?
Well, they don't like being showed where they're wilting, and they don't like being kidnapped.
We all just learned that.
Well, the pretzels are going to take about another half hour,
That's
Okay, we'll
fine.
go sit down.
and then the
Thank you.
world toast will take another half hour after that.
Okay, well,
That's fine.
is this the only place in town at this point?
Apparently.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, someone needs to buy up that other place and start build a new
Maybe.
place. Yeah.
You,
I'm
uh,
sorry,
Maybe you
this
should buy. Don't
place
people
is
pay
not
you?
to your what?
Don't people pay you?
Why?
I didn't, because normally goods and services are exchanged. Okay, you know, economics.
Well, yes, I receive some
You,
forms of metal that's thrown my way from time to time.
Okay, so if you have a lot
If
of
you
them,
don't
Sometimes.
want the metal, we
you
can
can
take it
then-
off your hands.
We're not robbing
no,
Yuka.
no.
wow, that's
You could buy up the other place, and then you could own a second restaurant where you could have other people cook food and tell them how to make world toasts. And you know, it could be when there's too many people here, they could go there instead.
You
You can
roll
call
me
it a franchise.
Roll me a
asking
persuasion
the
check.
street to branch out?
Oh,
That deserves
to
an
make
inspiration.
a branch.
Be a working class 20.
That's interesting. I like that. You know, I have seeds.
You have. If someone plants one of those seeds, will it grow into a tree somewhat like you?
I
Is there
don't
anything
know.
special that needs to be? All right. Well,
But if
You-
you were to put it somewhere, I could communicate with it. And then in 100, 200 years, we'd have a branch.
well, I'm still intrigued.
Not
You
out
want to give
yet.
me a seed? I will go plant it.
All right, well,
let
let me go
you-
look for it.
Let Yoon handle your seed. I'm gonna be
No,
over here with
Eleanor,
a.
she's gonna live the longest out
I
of all
don't
of
know
us.
why. When you said
yeah,
it, I
apparently.
really hated how it came out of your mouth.
All right. I'll come
Here's
back.
some more
For
water.
now, just
The
focus on
worst
me
part
drinking.
about Yuka is that she's right there, and like her face like is just there. So even while
I just
she's
feel
working on
like
it,
we're
she's
doing
here.
this.
What is the
Bless.
farthest table away?
You go to the farthest table away, she's just standing there, just sort of watching from afar as you guys are having your conversation.
As we pass Yuka, I'm gonna I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on her. It just as a to make her feel better. It's not gonna do anything. But
Yeah, I like
I want
it.
it to.
Thing?
Nice,
I like
yeah.
it a lot. Yeah, I think you noticed that. Thank you. That's nice. Kind of like motions with a little tiny branch to get closer.
Okay.
Make the toast first.
You do not have to. Could I also? I don't want to be about that, but can I change one of my orders instead of world toast? Can I just get some chamomile tea? Just some tea would be great.
Sure. Yeah.
Thanks, Yuka.
Do you want one of my seeds?
If you would like to give me one, I can plant one for you.
I drop them every day. I think.
Okay.
Someone on the internet goes like, actually, yucca trees.
Don't do that. Sorry. Actually.
These are D&D yucca trees. They can probably just shit
That's right.
seeds every day.
That's right.
They reproduce
Um,
through budding.
Yeah. Calendar, did you? I can't remember. Did you
I will
accept?
take a seed. Yes. If
You got it.
Like, give me
Cool.
seeds.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And the same awkward sort of thing. which is, okay, give me a minute.
That's some members only content right there.
And she's just standing there looking at you.
I'll just wait. That's fine.
A few more seconds.
Adriars. Is Kaelinor freaking staring contest with Yuka right now?
You get your tea, and then you. I mean, let's put a little. Yucca seed. What'd that look like?
I want to know too.
Oh man, if that thing's like a corkscrew shark egg.
You get this. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, internet. You get this. This like big. It looks like kind of like a scrunched up sort of like fat green bean. That is put in the middle of your tea, and as you like, some of the water kind of like sloshes out around it. It's in the inside.
Thank you. And I turn away and I immediately take it out of my tea. And I sit down with the rest of the party being like, just drinking my tea first.
I think I'll note to Zed as he says that. I see. I'm like, she likes some weird tea. I'm not gonna ask. See as you pull the thing out.
Just in case it comes up, Kaelinor, add Yuka-Si to your inventory. And actually, as a Yoon, you can add one as well. As eventually, you'll get one as well.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
I
I've
see.
got 3 vials of basilisk juice that I've had in my inventory for like a year.
Hey, we all have weird shit.
I see things haven't changed. Somewhat.
Well, you still like beer and pretzels, so there's that.
Oh, who doesn't like beer and pretzels?
That's fair. I mean, it's a good combination, but you seemed especially fond of it.
I've been living for 3 years off of canned food. So yeah, I'd be pretty fond of beer and pretzels. Even if it comes out of the rib cage of a
we're
tree.
gonna have the galley we have in this new ship. We're gonna have so much good food. If we survive like at least a couple days, we'll have good food for each day, and then we'll see.
Still think I might sleep in the kitchen. It's way better than my room. My kitchen. I might have to do it.
Why not just have a door
from
from the
outside of like a
kitchen to your room?
meditation area? I thought you wanted to be sort of outdoors, but then you want glass and.
Oh, I got glass. I'm not outdoors.
Yeah,
I have glass.
Oh,
well,
he's
you
got
could
glass.
be outdoors. You could have like a porch.
Hey, Yuka, did you hear? He's got glass.
Well,
I'm making food.
That's wonderful.
Riaris,
Appreciate you.
Ogre kind of felt, because you don't like the boat and Ogre doesn't like the boat, that's why she asked for the garden, but also the tree, so that way it would be a little better than staying on the boat.
I don't think Riaris had thought of that until this moment. That actually sounds pretty good. I didn't really.
So if
Thanks,
you get
Ogre.
really tired of your glass house room thing, where everyone can see through it and into your room, you can come into the dirt with Ogre.
Wait, you wanted it?
Could I bring like my mat? Could I? Use dirt.
You want people to look into your room?
Well, it's glass. It's open. It's
Where's this glass gonna be? Is it like just a wall inside this ship for everybody to look through?
I don't know. I'm sure Carvis will figure something out. Whatever he figures out will be vaguely like you discussed.
I mean, I understand a mirror for Yoon, but
I don't need a mirror to know how good I look.
yeah, there it is.
So he was like that in your timeline too. Like that. This is the same. Okay.
From what I remember, yeah, pretty much. I mean, the flying was new, but not touching the ground to the last second and then falling? Falling, no. Being lazy, yeah.
It's called being efficient.
Falling on your face is efficient. I didn't know that.
Well, I had to look at something on the ground. That was something very interesting down there, and I needed a closer look. Did you bring your fish or not? You never answered. Didn't you have a fish in your store? Wasn't there like the fish that lived in the store, or was a friend of yours, and then you wanted to take it but you couldn't take it, and then...
Yeah, no, I set him free. Why would I walk away and just leave him in the store alone?
Wasn't he like a little fish? Like, you just put him in the ocean?
He can fend for himself. He got a lot of teeth.
Okay. I don't know if I heard him described before. So lots of teeth.
Yeah.
Perception check. Also, Car, where are you?
I am sitting probably in one of the, like I usually do, alone in the corner because there are other people here. The one thing I am not doing right now, which is what I usually do, is I'm not talking to spirits.
Okay.
I am just sitting quietly.
Beautiful. Ogre, what'd you get?
I didn't know if you were talking to me. Yeah. 12.
Beautiful. Car.
Mhm.
You see, I'll say, I don't think it necessarily, like, is abruptly sort of, like, surprising to you, but I also think the car might be a little bit, maybe... Car, do you think, would you say that you're a little in your own head right now?
Carr is definitely in his own head. He's also in pain. He's not feeling very well right now after their experience. So he's pretty rattled, both physically and spiritually. So yes.
Yeah. You see someone kind of come up to your table. Ogre, you do not see this person. First, you guys can eventually roll perception checks to see. But Ogre, I'll say, in like vantage point, you're facing the opposite direction. Car, you see Clem come up to you. Do you mind?
Oh, that's fine. Hi. How are you?
Good. I just this is my favorite spot over here. And you see that she has like a drink in her hand.
And Carr moves to get up and like.
No, please. I've
Oh, all right.
sorry.
I can stay.
Once again, not saying what I mean.
No, no, it's that is not your fault at all. That's mostly on me. I'm not usually welcomed at tables.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, that's
It's
Car,
normal.
right?
I like death. Yes, Car. Clem.
Yeah, yeah. How's your day going? You see her just kind of like taking a sip.
I'm not really sure how to answer that. I've survived to it this long, so I suppose it's been good. And yours?
She responds with, "Yeah, that's good. That's good." I've been good. It's kind of made myself look like an ass to one of your friends today.
Oh, did you? What happened?
My big fat mouth opened up. Just, saying things that just, kind of come out from a spot of, I don't know, need, anger, frustration, what have you.
Well, I don't know what happened. But it seems like you regret the result.
Yeah, of course.
Well, not that I don't like your company.
But there's also a part, and she cuts you off and says,
Yeah,
this.
okay.
There's also a part of just like, that is, that is me. You get what you get, right? Like that's why change for someone? Or why change because people say that you're, rough.
Is that rhetorical, or do you want me to answer that?
You're right. You're right.
I asked a question. I'm not sure if I can.
Sorry?
I reach out and put one of my claws over one of her hands that's not holding her drink.
Yeah, cool. I like it. Hold on. She immediately puts a fist up and kind of like stops instinctively.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Sorry.
I don't even apologize. I could probably use the nap. I just want to get your attention.
Yeah. I'm here.
So, generally speaking, the only time that change can't happen that you could notice,
And the word "you" is kind of the emphasized word.
is after you die. Until then, people tend to change. I would never suggest you change for somebody else, but it sounds like you seem to be unhappy with how you're behaving. If you would like to change, there's nothing wrong with that.
Above board. Car, take a point of inspiration. Good lord.
Are giving really fucking good advice.
Yeah, see, we can be
Man.
therapists.
Yeah. One of you.
And all the
Our only.
Oreo.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe more people don't talk to you.
Well, I also tend to scare people, so it's all right. But
It's probably the bones.
well, yeah, but I like these.
It slowly pets the bones.
Yeah, well, I'm, taking your advice. If you like the way you are, then
Exactly. And most of these people,
He points to the party.
they seem to like to talk to me sometimes. So I've probably spoken more words than probably during my entire life before that. I'm young, but it's a lot of words.
I'm sorry if this is rude, but how young? It's just you have to admit, it's somewhat hard to tell.
Tell
How
what?
young are you?
Oh, I'm 19 years old.
Oh,
I
very,
guess it's not
very
that-
wise, very wise teenager.
Well, when you spend your formative years talking to the spirits of the dead from centuries past, you learn some few things.
Okay, well, that's a lot of words there.
Not many people don't talk to me. The spirits do, though, usually.
That's why you're sitting over here.
Hmm.
Why are you sitting over here?
Because they're over there.
Don't you want to be over there with them?
They're very loud right now.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
You said they're very loud right now. Got it.
Yes.
So probably not a good time. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, so that one's new. That one's unhappy with him. That one's unhappy with him, and he's unhappy with her. She's trying to make everything right again. Really doing her best. I like it. He doesn't like me. I don't think he likes me either. I'm not sure about him. I don't know. It's very loud. So, sometimes I miss people not talking to me.
I can.
But I like it here.
So, no, to be honest with you, I actually wasn't offended by that at all.
Oh, good.
I feel quite the same. Sometimes it's good to not. There's no good way to say that. Sometimes it's good to not have anyone around.
Yeah. And I haven't been called upon to do my duties in quite some time since meeting with this group. So quiet time is actually quiet time.
Quiet moments.
I just fist bump the cup.
Oh, right. Well, Car, thank you for that. That was very lovely.
Oh, you're welcome, Clem. It was nice chatting with you.
Yes, and I will leave you to your comfortable silence.
Oh, thanks. And I hope that you become the person you want to be.
I'll have to figure that out.
Isn't that for all of us, though?
I don't know. And I think, Yoon, what are you doing in this moment?
I think at first I sort of kick Kaenor's foot and kind of head nod over there, and
Yeah, I've clocked what Yoon's putting. I was like, interesting.
Beautiful. Do you think, Yoon, you're being like, we'll say a moment of like, I imagine Yoon is being Yoon all the time. So there's like a moment of like a, not boisterous, but like is there any sort of like moment of like capturing like Yoon being loud, I guess, is for lack of a better word.
yeah, sure. I think there's sort of a conversation about what what Carvis said about the ogres in front of Ogra, or sort of the orcs. Sorry, in front of Ogra, like they can't find right angles, and he didn't mean anything by it. He's just with intelligent people. They have a thing, and it's just not a social thing. He didn't mean it all. Or I know it's a thing, but like this meat is really good.
Beautiful. Please take a point of inspiration. That I love that so much. And right on cue, like that happens, and you see Clem just. I don't know. Some of us seem to have it figured out.
I'm not always so sure.
Really?
Really. It's kind of like a blustering wind. It keeps your attention, but we're never sure what's behind it.
Interesting. And what do you have insight-wise about the one that keeps staring daggers at me? Points to Kaelinor. I feel like Kaelinor's full mean girl here right now, right?
Yeah, a little bit. As soon as Yoon pointed it out, I'm just sipping my tea, just looking. Just like...
Above board, I meant, hey, invite her over.
Yeah, I like that.
I
like that.
Not.
I like that, and I like the misdirection there.
Just like,
I
we're
want to
being
say
mean,
why
right?
this is all going on. Ogra has a little piece of paper with Zed saying, and then when we came back to Chase, you got coral arm on your arm, and you're about to die, but then Ogra said not to take it off, and everyone was really, but then it grew all over your arm, and then we did this.
Oh,
That's so good.
I had a coral arm.
Ogra was trying to talk to it, but it never got the chance because Ogra has that spell.
How How long have you been drinking your whole life?
Ogre's had like 2 drinks in her whole life.
Ah. Okay. That
See,
makes-
she just kind of did that look again.
I will tell you this. It's really a lot easier to read the dead.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Not so rough. I think Kay has just had a little bit of a rough day. I think
Oh.
Kay could stand some peace. I also don't think she's going to get it anytime soon. Because the peace she needs is inside.
Hey, Ogre.
Car's over here psychoanalyzing the party. You wonder why I've been so quiet this entire time.
Jeez.
I'm taking notes. Anyway.
And
Yeah,
Joe
it
is wishing Clem was even a little bit interested in what's going on with Riaris. But there's a level of looking at the beautiful and ruggedness of Riaris and going, yeah.
Ogre. Did
Uh-huh.
you all ever rescue your family?
Yeah. We found them in these really scary caves after we... Like, there was the time with the basilisk, and you were so happy to get it, and you really wanted to use the basilisk eyes to turn someone to stone. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, we found them, but not all of them were alive. But Granny and her Ogre's big brother was, and a couple of others. They're back home. They didn't want to stay in the in Sway.
Kaelinor. How many of her people killed your family? Huh? Kaelinor?
Kaelinor
I just
didn't
look
do
at
it,
Zed.
though.
I'm just drinking my tea. I'm like, not answering.
Where have you been looking, Kaelinor? You're not going to be a part of the conversation here at the table? You're just going to look off into space?
Zed, I'd rather enjoy my tea, thank you very much.
Zed, stop it.
Who's Car talking to?
Ogre, you say, Ogre, give me an intimidation check.
Intimidation. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Ogre has well, no, intimidation. That's an 8.
Car, you just see like an eyebrow, just a single eyebrow raise from Clem at that. At just what Ogre is like loudly saying. Stop it. Well. I'll be honest with you, Car. I was actually coming over here to ask you to apologize on my behalf, but
To who?
I think I figured out that I'll do it myself when the time feels right. But
All right.
thank you.
Just a word of advice, if I might.
Sure.
Unexpected things happen. Sometimes those times don't come.
Roll me a persuasion check.
If she were dead, it would be a lot easier. 19.
Oh, I didn't tell you?
Well, then I get advantage.
He's over there.
Well, she's pale enough.
So you got a 19?
I did get a 19, yes.
Super weird night for me. So
Super weird night for me.
yeah. So response. I think to fully own it, I need to make sure I'm saying it in the right way. So not tonight.
Okay.
But thank you.
You're welcome.
And she gets up and goes to leave and is not staring down Kaelinor at all, but is not breaking eye contact with Kaelinor either.
Well, I won't either. I'm watching her leave. Not in like an
Actually,
aggressive way.
Join us.
But I'm like,
you should join us. Come.
Sorry. I said, what? What?
Nobody's calling. Where are you? Oh,
She's gone. I
It's
rolled
a
a
social
nat
thing,
20.
though.
She does not have that conversation tonight.
Absolutely. I was
Weirdly.
it was just like.
But I love that. That's beautiful.
I actually like this way better.
Yeah. Cool. And Car, for you, there's a roll one more time. Okay. All right. That's...
Weird dice night for you, Joe.
yeah, seriously. There is a space of moving back to silence.
And Carr, again, he doesn't reach out to spirits. He, truth be told, he's a little afraid to do that right now. He's never been afraid to talk to spirits in his life. He doesn't know this lady. And so he just sits quietly. Clearly, he's not being angry or upset, or he just had a wonderful conversation with somebody. But he's just sitting quietly. Which anybody in the party who's ever watched him before, he's usually quipping that things aren't there every now and again. He's just sitting.
It's late, so and I probably would need a little bit of time to prepare. But what I'd like to do is have Yoon start to tell the story, which is the story of the Anbao and the tower. So, like, now that we're all here, if maybe you'd all like to hear a little bit about where I came from and the tower there, different than any of the towers we've been to, and the Anbao, which is now a cult, and a little bit about the history of the Loire. And depending on how you want to do it, but I think he would start once upon a time. There was,
before you do that, I would I would want to wave Car over, because I just want to make sure Car is
well,
present
you would be
for
saying
this.
it loud enough.
I understand,
but absolutely.
I wanted to be like, Car, come over. Like, I think I would have watched Clement and be like, Car, get over here. You're not going to be in silence. And then makes sense for that.
Where he is right now. Carr looks at Riaris, and you really, I know you guys can't read his emotions. So Carr just makes the motion like this, and one of his spirits sits down and casts clairvoyance. But he stays where he is.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
So one of his three spirits just goes over there to listen so Carr can hear, but Carr just stays separate.
Okay.
For now.
I don't think I'm awake enough to hide it. I think you see a little disappointment. And that's it. I'm not going to linger on it.
Do I pick up on that?
I think it's if you decide if you're looking by rears, I'm not hiding it. I'm not trying to.
Carr will sigh, stand up, and sit in the place of his spirit as he dissipates the spell.
At this point, has Carvis messaged me at all?
No.
Damn it.
Dude just shrunk a ship. He's
fine.
Busy.
Do you know who the fuck
Ogre's
he
just
is?
like
Do you know who the
on
fuck
the edge
he
of her
is?
seat.
He's able to take naps.
They take some a mean power nap.
Actually, it's a weird thing that we haven't revealed the lore of the world. He's the only person who can take a nap.
Only person.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're a napper.
Catnap spell on lock.
Yes. Forbidden.
Yeah.
When
epic
Car
boom
comes and
scene.
sits down, I would just like to put my hand kind of on his shoulder, just kind of give him a little smile, then turn to Yoon respectfully. Maybe pass Car something to drink or something.
I'm gonna move to the bar. There's too many people there, and I'm just gonna be within ear distance. But I'm waiting for my pretzel, and I'm waiting for that call.
Ogre's just like on the edge of her seat, like leaning in.
Zed, where are you going? Yoon's gonna tell a story.
As he starts to get up, I say, "Don't make me ask if you're willing."
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna do that here in her place?
No, I just wanted to find out whether I did that in that timeline. That's good to know it's consistent. Now, please sit down with us. It's only a short story. It's I have to tell everybody.
You don't tell
Car
short
came up.
stories.
Well, that is very
You're
But
fair.
this is
True.
of every story. Look at your letter to your family. Was that short? No.
What?
I may have read it over your shoulder.
Throwback.
Guys, don't look at me. I have no idea.
He's talking about
You
the
made a
video
mock
thing.
letter as a
Wanting to
session
tell the
recap, a mock
story
letter
for
back
so
to his
long.
family.
For
I
so
yeah.
long. We're
Anyway.
all
Yes.
together now.
Yes, Zed, I understand. The pretzels will come.
What if? How about? Well, yeah. I'll roll persuasion.
Yeah,
Fine.
red roll precision.
25. Now that is just can't compel you to do anything, but I have persuaded you at a level of 25. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Laying it on thick, baby.
Zed.
Fine, I'll sit at the closest chair at the bar to you guys.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. All right, yeah. Like I was trying to indicate that, like, it's a little too late. Can I do the story next session? Is what I'm saying.
Yes,
Can
absolutely.
we close that sort of like once upon a time, and then I'll arrange my thoughts and
Dream
maybe I can do it next
sequence
session.
that
Or
goes
whatever
away
whatever you
next
guys do.
time.
Whatever you. I'm just saying, like, we'll have done that next session, and we can kind of flash back to it if we need.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll say you start to go into a story. And Car, I think you put up a feathered hand.
Sure, I do. Yes,
it's
I
like
put
a-
the feather hand.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Car. Did you have to say something? Did you? Are you okay?
I'm gonna guess here, Joe, and you can retcon this if you like. Should Nala hear this?
No.
Okay.
I was saying you were getting a sending from Nala is what it was.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I'm like, Nala.
Oh, yeah.
Are you gonna tell me, or do I look in the Discord?
Working on.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Actually, I'm like, where do I go?
Irony. Not lost. Today, I seek answers from one resurrected. No luck. Be back in the morning. Love you.
Car's eyes widen, even though they're small, beady things. I will reach. How does sending work exactly? I forget.
You can respond 20 words or less.
Okay. 4
Let's hear
words.
it.
4 words.
I love you too. And I say them out loud. I just say them out loud. And then I look to you. Your story.
Love you too, buddy.
And with that, we end tonight's
Yeah,
session.
I was gonna
And
like
with that, we end
just,
tonight's
yeah,
session.
okay, great.
Beautiful. I love you guys so much. We will pick it up next week. Bye-bye.